play low. Coming at you weekly when they species legit. Come and hit their best bets when they empty in the clip high. And never trip, they coming like a loaded gun. With a sickle parlay, with a eyes like 10 to 1. It's every show, every quote that you hear is what they wrote. They gon' stand on it. When they know they plays and count some bands on it. Send me mate, if you got a problem, put your mans on it. Step up to the octagon and show me how you coming. They ain't listen, now they coming. This way you want pussy bet. This BigJive MMA show. Watch where they gon' take it next.
Ripping the verse off the BigJive MMA Show intro. What's up, boys? Hey, take it away, babe.
What's going on, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? We got a big card this Saturday, and the BigJive MMA Show is going to give you everything you need for the card. Some entertainment, some fight breakdowns, some parlays, some bets, all the good stuff. How are we doing tonight, BP?
I'm doing great, bub. We were mentioning before the show. I don't do this often, but we got a little Twitter scuffle the other night, which is very exhilarating. I don't need to go down these wormholes, but I did. It was very, very fun with that rat fuck Magic MMA. If you guys know who that guy is, that guy sucks. He deserves a slap, and I'm the one to give it to him. But, he's not American, so it'll never happen. But other than that, dude, I'm feeling great. I'm super excited about this card, super excited about this being the show this week, bud. Last week was rough. Last week was a rough card. There's some good bright spots, there's some fun fights, but on paper it was rough. This week on paper might be the best card of the year, at least on paper. Very, very good. Excited about fucking everything, and ready to get to it, Bob. Ready to get to it. Ready to win the people the money. Ready to win the chat monies. Ready to talk about everything. I will clarify. I lost the bet. Right, Hayden and I had a bet. I'm sure we'll get to it. I was trying to schedule the calf kick with my boy Hunter Frazier, who is a pro MMA fighter. His gym's about 50 minutes away from me, and I'm a busy man, father of 2, full-time job, husband. So I couldn't get that done. I was going to have my wife belt whip me because that was one of the options. Just have her come in and whip me with a leather belt while we're on live TV, but she's at work. So I said live TV, by the way. That's how fucking old I am. So the punishment will be coming. I did lose. The punishment will be coming. I owe you guys that for sure.
To go back to the Twitter beef, you know who started all that?
Was that you?
Your boy. Tommy McMillan.
Oh yeah.
He's the one that started it all.
So here's a long story that's going to be long. Andrew Gomez or Gobas, how you ever say his name. He when I first started MMA Twitter, he was on there. He reached out to me. He's like, "Hey, I'm doing a podcast. Can you send me some links to gear?" Like he didn't know anything about mics and setups, so I sent him a whole list of where to buy stuff. Right, and then I was like, "Hey, this guy's a nice guy. I'm going to support his show." He had a show with that Magic guy, and I watched one show, and I said, "I don't like this guy. This guy stinks. I do not like this guy."
He's hilarious, dude.
And then you get on Twitter, and he's just the most negative, egotistical, fragile, egoed little fucking piece of shit. And I'm like, oh, this guy really does suck. So I ignore him or whatever. And then I see your boy Matty Betch retweeted what he said. I had no idea who he's talking about. I didn't know it was about Tommy when I saw Matty say that. I just responded, dude, this dude's a rat fuck. He needs to be slapped or whatever. And then when I finally saw it was about Tommy, I'm like, oh, that's fitting. I'm defending my boy Tommy here. Tommy Guns, because I literally had no idea it was even about Tommy. I just saw Maddie, because I don't follow the dude. I just saw Maddie post one of his tweets, and I was like, this, I haven't heard about this guy in a while. I know he got kicked off Twitter for a while. He's got a new show with apparently a really nice dude, Nick Davis. But yeah, I'm just like, this dude sucks. So it was a lot of fun though. It was a lot of fun.
I think he's so entertaining.
I can't stand him. I cannot stand him.
It's just because you can't take it all that serious, like you just can't take it for what it is. I think it's entertaining, but
I can see how other people take it that way. Entertaining. It's just maybe like he hits my ear wrong or something. Maybe. The guy sucks so
I
bad.
thought it's hilarious that him and Tommy McMillan were like going back and forth.
Yeah.
And
well,
then,
listen, Tommy's not. I mean, this Magic dude, it says some like really just crazy things about fighters, and the fighters are sensitive. And Tommy goes, motherfucker, I see this. I see what you're saying. I'm gonna come at you, and he takes that like a badge of honor. Like, oh, this fighter's coming at me because he retweeted me or he tweeted at me. It's like, yeah, because you've been saying crazy shit, dude. I mean, there's a reason. Like MMA Guru, a lot of people don't like MMA Guru. He sometimes crosses lines when it comes to like fighters and stuff. He has said some shit about Marab that I think is reprehensible, but I think MMA Guru is way more tolerable, and I kind of dig the guy's vibe way more than this Magic dude. This Magic dude is just a fucking weasel, man.
yeah, I mean, the difference is like what Guru said about Marab is like personal shit.
Yeah,
Magic was just saying he doesn't think he's that good.
no, I know, but it wasn't even really about. It was just the history of this guy. Like I know this dude.
I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
like Magic is basically saying like McMillan's not that good, and then McMillan
and he's not. No, listen,
back and forth, and then
yeah.
fucking crazy Kev catches a stray. I don't know.
I know. I don't know who that guy is. I saw that. And I'm like, who's this guy?
You didn't see that, dude?
No, I know, but I don't know who Crazy Kev is.
Called him Karate Karen.
Yeah, like, right.
That one tweet that made me like Tommy McMillan.
Well, listen, dude, Tommy McMillan, the Tommy Gun's the G. And listen, I play it up like I'm a fan of him. I think he has superstar potential. But I don't think he's ever going to touch a title, if I'm being honest. I mean, he had a fun fight against a guy who shouldn't be in the UFC, right? Like, he's going to have fun fights. He's going to lose fights, but he's going to be fun in there for sure. I just think his potential for being a star in the UFC is very, very high because people hate him and people are going to watch him, right? They're going to be like, I'm going to watch this guy fucking lose. And then other people are going to be like, they're going to dig him because I kind of dig what he's doing. It's similar to Hokit. Similar to Hokit. People are buying into Hokit. Other people aren't, you know? He's
doing it right, man. He's doing it right. But yeah, what was I going to say?
Hold on. The last comment says Taco Padilla smoking a Belizean.
Is he?
That's not good, dude. Taco, I'm picking you, bro. What are we doing?
All right, well, enough of Twitter beef. Let's
no more Twitter beefs. It was very fun for me. I got called fat a lot, which is kind of the go-to for the European crowd. You know, they're like they're like, you've never seen your dick and whatever, and it's like, I'm 6'2" and a half, 6'3", 295. I got a fucking cannon in my pants. I've seen my penis, okay? Like, I've seen it. I just saw it 2 seconds ago. But it's funny. You always know when people are from Europe, because I dealt this on the Anakin Florian as well. The European crowd would always result in the fat jokes. But it's like, I'm 39. I'm married with kids. I know I'm fat. I don't care.
They get all the healthy food over there.
Yeah, we eat shit. We have 400 different ingredients and everything. They get all the healthy stuff.
How we doing tonight, chat?
Chat, what's up, chat?
Bunch of people in the chat. We got Loco. What's up, Loco? Asian Flex, what's going on, brother? Blade's going to smoke Hokit.
Ooh,
brother.
Suspicious line moving on. I don't know what that means.
Tommy's regular hard sparring is so much more technical than that fight. I can't wait till he starts to implement it. He was after that 100K. Very clearly, he was.
I thought he was going to grapple more for sure. Yeah. I mean, he went out there, had no intention of grappling.
Probably could have made it a lot easier if he did, but props to him.
Yeah.
Maddie already dropped the cycle. Early drop plus in-person hay job equals cash. Yep.
Hey, yep.
Before last year, or I think Matt's at like 5 cycles now.
Yeah.
First 3 were always when he was with me. So I was like the lucky.
You're going to Miami, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to the fights. You're watching them just with Maddie. And
of course, I'm going to the fights.
Going to the fights with Mr. Matty Betts. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know how many people are going to be there, but I think
you got. I think Russ is going, right? Is Russ is in the chat? Is Russ going? I think you guys need to meet up. I don't think you've ever met Russ.
Yeah, I mean,
he's good people.
We gotta meet up somewhere down there. But what's going on? Fight Society. Shout out to Fight Society. Why are people retardedly picking Oldberg? Oh God!
Ooh, early lean on the main event there, Alex.
Throwing out the R word already, Alex. Okay, we're not even 10 minutes in. We're getting down deep into it.
Yeah,
we might get into more Twitter beefs. Good evening. Big Jive, Hype It Up, Appointment TV. How we doing tonight, chat? Breaking news. Big Jive, I just found out reports that they had to call police on Kelvin Gastelum this morning at the Fighter Hotel because he tried to bite Chris Taco Padilla in the hotel lobby.
Nice.
Well, he might be fiending for some tacos because apparently he's been eating UFC PI meals.
Hey.
Like, no taco trucks. There's no missing weight with Kelvin Gastelum on his Instagram or his YouTube that I've seen. So might be locked in. Let's recap how we did last week.
Yeah, sure.
Empty the clip. Was a success for your boy.
Tell him to bring me my money. Yeah. Why do I got an X, bro?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. This a check.
Bro, she won, bro.
Sorry.
Okay, so
we all know she won. We all watched the damn fight.
We all watched it. She
won.
dominated, just like I predicted, because your butt nut chicks. Listen, a girl with a haircut like that, and just Ricci has decent little movement and stuff, but she's just not physically strong. Ginger Joba is strong, and we witnessed that on the takedowns. She gassed that third round. I was a little worried. I think she lost that third round, but she had the first two rounds in the bag. That's what Ginger Joba does. She's just gonna fucking lay on you, bro.
Yes, Verna still got it. She looks good.
She does, man.
EP moves to 5-5. Said he's not going to lose another one. Cashes that one, and we got another one through as well. Jose Delano,
great fight, fun fight.
I streamed. So I wasn't listening to the audio.
Mm-hmm.
And some people were saying that like the broadcasters were saying 29-28 Rushala. Or like they were saying it was going to be like a close fight. I thought it was pretty clear.
Yeah, I don't recall if they said 29-28 Rushala. They definitely, especially Bisping, really love Rushala's like toughness. And they're like, his stand-up's way better than his last time he fought in Paris. And I thought it was a clear win for Delano as well. I don't recall if he said that. He might have, but it was a fun fight. I thought Delano hit himself very well. I mean, Rushala was tougher than I thought. I thought he'd get chinned in there, but Delano again, first round was okay. Second and third round was really good. This kid, as long as he keeps up what he's doing, has a chin, has a card, he's a problem.
They're saying Bisping had a bet on Rushala.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he leans. I mean, if Rushala was English, Bisping would have scored a 30-29 or 30-27 fucking Rushala. But no, Delano looked great. I like that fight. That was a fun fight.
Yeah, it was good. Well, after losing 5 in a row, we're on a 2-week winning streak for Empty the clip. I like it. Let's go to the 3-punch parlay.
That's rough.
It was dead on arrival.
Yeah, that's your boy.
Darius Flowers came through, man. Darius Flowers.
Yeah.
Did you see the post though of Lando after?
Yeah, Lando said there was like a headbutt.
Yeah,
and
he said it wasn't his
reviewed
rib. It wasn't his rib. He like
right.
a liver shot, and then the takedown in round 2, they like clashed heads, and he had a on the back of his head.
Yeah, and then Lando said that the ref at the time was at Herb or whoever reviewed went to the replay and then nothing happened. So. Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for Lando, but listen, Darius Flowers looked pretty good in that fight. It looked, Lando looked like he had been off for a few years. Let's just be honest. I mean, that's what it is. He had a good first round, but Darius Flowers, again, pretty tough full camp, went in there, cut a decent little promo, took a dump right on your face, Hayden. Sorry to say it, but he did. And, got his first UFC win.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly felt good for him that he got a dub. I had no ill will. No ill will to Darius.
I DM'd him and said, unblock my guy. Hey, Jive. He rooted for you.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I felt good for him. I mean, I was like, dude, I mean, it definitely needed that to save his career. So good for him. But I was the only one that got our parlay breakthrough. Estevam was a
Did
big
that dude beat you for the 500 though? What was I didn't keep track of that.
He did.
What was the final tally of the scoring?
Let me look.
I meant to like keep track of that, and I think I saw him post something.
I know my overall picks were like not.
Yeah, hold on. Shout out Big Earl at the top there. That's Dylan. That's Russ's son. He almost went defeated. He almost won $1,000. Went 12-1.
Only one he got wrong was the main event.
And that's a 12, 13-year-old kid. I'm not sure exactly how old Dylan is. I think he's 12, 13. Super, super nice kid. Super good athlete. Fatima Klein on a nice little week. Lunatic up there again. John Pork having a nice week.
I mean, I'm way down here. I'm pretty sure he said it came down to the Verna Ricci fight.
Okay. Oh, is that him right there? Okay. So he went 8-5. So he didn't have like a banner night, and you went worse than 8-5. Got it.
BP down 3 units. I was down 4.87.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, got it.
Yeah. It wasn't a great wait, what did I go? 6 and 7?
6 and 7, yeah.
I feel like that's wrong, but I mean it's definitely not wrong because I definitely went 6 and 7, but
yeah,
I can't remember which ones I missed.
Yeah, so MMA Bout Talks, whatever his name. He gave out the Esteban, which I liked. We lost.
Yeah.
But he won $500, so shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to him. Got $500 from 3-punch combo. Black coffee jive. What does that mean? This guy?
Are you drinking black coffee maybe?
Oh, no.
Pib.
Soda, bro.
Is that Pib?
Black coffee? You kidding me?
Sugar-free Pib. Love it. Do you get that at your grocery store? Because it's not mine.
Actually.
Or do you order it off like Amazon?
0 sugar Dr. Pepper. But
0 sugar Dr. Pepper. Okay, we have that. We don't have Pib though.
The reason is because they were low stock on Mr. Pibb.
Son of a bitch, dude.
I mean, it's flying off the shelves.
People see you drinking it. It's flying off the shelves. They need to cut you in, bro. Where's the sponsorship?
Yeah, I know. I need it.
Golly.
There's like this deal they have sometimes at my local grocery store. It's like buy 2, get 3 free. So we did that. And then my wife went to pick it up and they were like, they only had 1 case of Pibb. So
where do you go? What is Wisconsin got? What do you guys got up there? Your big grocery chain.
I mean, they got a bunch around here, but there's like a place called Metro Market.
Okay.
Heard of that? There's like 2 of them. 2 of them in our town.
Okay.
And there's like a Sendix.
Never heard of it.
Yeah,
I know you don't have Kroger.
No, I don't really think.
Yeah, we have that. Kroger's big here. I know down south where they got like Food Lions and Publix and stuff. We actually just got a Publix in northern Kentucky, but a little too far.
See, I was never that big on Publix when I lived in Florida.
They always talk about how good their sandwiches are. The subs, the pub subs.
Maybe
I get it when I'm on vacation out in Wilmington, or I had it at least once. I'm like,
the best grocery store actually,
that
I've ever been to.
Hit me with a Wawa right now.
HEB.
I've never been there.
In Texas.
Okay. I've heard about it.
Those are like the best grocery stores.
You ever been to a Buc-ee's?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's not a grocery store, but Buc-ee's.
No, right. But they just opened one up in Dayton, Ohio, and apparently there was a 2-mile traffic backup.
Oh,
yeah. It's crazy.
When I drive from Florida to Wisconsin, I'd make sure I stop at like every Buc-ee's.
Never been to one.
Dude, you got to go.
Yeah.
Get the Texas cheesesteak burrito.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, definitely got to go. Don't go. My in-laws live in Atlanta, and they drive to Atlanta. They always stop, and they got like Buc-ee's blankets and shit.
Yeah.
Long shot parlay. Here we go. Sicko parlay. Costa hit. Costa KO hit. Beautiful lever shot. I love a good body shot. Gamrot pat by KO wasn't even fucking close. And SMA money line. I mean, after the first round wasn't even close. Ethan Ewing, who I definitely doubted because, short notice, beat Wellmaker. Cool. What have you done for me lately? Looked phenomenal. Loved his shot selection. Cardio for days. Just a big ass fucking head too. Good luck cracking that. Not the best on the mic. Kind of fumbled the mic promo, but exciting fighter, dude. Someone I'm going to keep an eye out at 135. Just beat 2 undefeated guys. And Esteban, I pulled out of the bet because my wife said no about the haircut. And then secondly, he missed weight coming up from flyweight. And I know like sometimes guys that miss weight, they win fights. Statistically, the guys that don't cut weight can win fights. It's an advantage. But this dude's a small 35er. He could be a 25er for sure. And you miss weight at 35. You're a bum. I don't want to bet you. I don't want to back you. I don't want to support you. But I put my money where my mouth is, and we lost. So what are you gonna do?
Not much other than lose the parlay. But you're still up on the year. Over 12 units.
I got one this week that it makes you sick, you said, but I love it.
Did make me sick.
Can't wait for it.
A lot of talk in the chat about the grocery stores. Alex agrees. HEB, absolutely. Wegmans.
I've heard HEB is great. Wegmans, fine. Never been to Wegmans.
Russ is on HEB as well.
Yeah, never been. I've heard good things.
Hot honey, chicken tender pub sub. don't get no better. Okay.
What did I get? I did get a chicken tender sub when I was there. I can't remember. It wasn't the hot honey. I can't remember which one I got, but I just thought it was okay. I'm at Kroger right now. Yeah, there you go. Shout out Kroger.
There we go. There we go. Tommy Gunn smokes Ewing.
Different weight classes.
Weight class. Yeah, different weight class, brother. If Oldberg wins, get ready for the most boring post-fight speech ever. Yeah. Dude, that's all the personality of a cold, wet blanket.
He doesn't have to have a personality because he's so goddamn gorgeous. You know what I mean? Like, the dude's fucks is looking at a girl. He hasn't had to develop one. But I agree. He's not the most exciting guy.
My single parlay was dead on arrival, which at the moment, I thought it was going to be okay because I was like, I don't think Bekoyev finishes Gore. But I didn't think Gore was going to finish Bekoyev either. I didn't think Bekoyev was going to gas out. Yeah. And I looked at the scorecards after, too, and they had Gore up 2-0.
I know. I saw that, which was surprising. I thought it was closer than that.
Literally, like, almost killed him in round 2.
Yeah.
Like, how does that make any sense?
No.
He would have lost anyway. He was going to lose the third. So, lost that one, but Delano decision came through. Ricci decision was never going to fucking happen. Terrible read. And there's a fight on this card that I think is kind of a similar fight to that one. So we'll talk about that one later, but still up on the year as well on the Sicko parlays. We'll have those at the end of the show. What do you say, BP? Should we hop into these breakdowns?
Chomping at the bit, babe. Chomping at the bit. Ready, babe? Ready? Yeah.
We are ready. Let's start it off with a welterweight bout. Charles Radtke comes in at -173, taking on Francisco Prado, sits at +148. Prado 1-4 in the UFC. Just 23 years of age, trained at the Goat Shed when he came to the UFC, then moved over to American Top Team. And he also came to the UFC at the 155-pound division, and then he moved up to 170. And at 5'10", he is usually the much smaller fighter in the cage. But Chuck Buffalo is listed at 5'9". I don't know if I believe that because it doesn't seem like this guy's 5'9". It seems like he's probably 5'11", 6 foot.
Yeah.
But I guess, similar in height, couple inches of reach on the Radtke side, and 4 wins and 2 losses on the Radtke side in the UFC as well. Radtke training at VFS in Chicago, longtime training partner of Bilal Muhammad there. So clearly he should be the favorite here, right? He's got more UFC wins, but he's 12 years older than Prado. Prado's back is up against the wall. He's fighting in the region of the United States where he trains. So there's a couple positives for Prado, but we haven't really seen much to get excited about. When he came to the UFC, I was like, this guy goes in there, throws hard. He's super durable. If he builds his skills a little bit, I think he could be okay. But we just haven't really seen that. His last fight against Veretennikov, he was a slight favorite. He lost a split decision. It was just both guys making mistakes after mistakes. So I don't know what to do with this one because I think Radtke's the rightful favorite, but I think it's a little bit wide. Radtke, to me, isn't really a guy that I would want to be laying, north of -170 on.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it earlier in the week at like -220, and I was like, yeah, that's a little steep, man. Radtke's not like some amazing fighter. And you look at his wins in the UFC, they're not really like they're not wow. KO over Selsberger, Gilbert Urbina, his last time out against Frunza, who's 0-2 and got knocked out, Reese McKee's only win in the UFC was Daniel Frunza. So, I mean, I can't really be excited. Can't be excited about his wins either. So, I mean, I think it's kind of a dog or pass if you're going to put money on this fight. But considering how durable Prado is, maybe you look for like a Radtke late submission, maybe a Radtke round 3 or decision, something like that. That could maybe juice it up, get some plus money on the Radtke side. What do you think here, BP?
Yeah, you laid it out perfectly. I mean, I rarely say dog or pass. Shout out Cody Safdie and Paul Shaughnessy, who used to host the show Dog or Pass. So I never want to steal their thunder, but this is a dog or pass for me. I like Prado. I mean, I love Charles Radtke. I love Chuck Buffalo. I love the nickname. I think he cuts a fucking great promo when he's in there. It could be slightly racist. Could he be homophobic? But he's getting, he's riling people up or whatever. And this guy, with a great name, great nickname, kind of is a brawler of extent, likes to wear you down, likes to fuck you up. A little bit soft, right? And Mike Malott puts you out. You get put out by Carlos Pratas, which is great. It was a horrible body shot. That's going to take you out. But Mike Malott took you out. took you out pretty easily. And then you became a wrestler against Frunza. He got him out in the third round, cool, but you didn't really like wow me in that fight. You really just kind of stuck to your grappling. You're trying to get better, but at 35, you are who you are. Your Tiger already has its stripes at 35 in MMA. You can improve a little bit, but not really. And Prado's still coming his own, 23 years old, got a block fucking head on him. He's not going anywhere. I think eventually he'll go back down to 55. I hope so, because I don't think he's a 70, especially with a 69-inch reach. But give me Prado. I think Prado, Chuck Buffalo looks good when he's the front runner. He looks good when he's the hammer. The minute the nail starts fighting back on the hammer, he folds. And Prado might have a rough first round, but he ain't going away easily. This dude's tough. This dude's hard to put out, and he's lost 3 in a row. I get that. You're giving me a plus number on a guy who has no quit against a guy who I have seen quit. Give me the dog who doesn't quit. Give me the dog who doesn't quit. He's going to fight for my money. I like Prado.
Got a donation here.
Hey, thank you, brother.
25 AED. I don't know exactly how much that is, but
I appreciate anything.
I knew Baby Shark wasn't locked in, and I caught her liking my girlfriend's reels. Please read the earlier dono. Or did we miss a dono?
Do we have another dono?
Oh, we did. From the same guy. 10 AED. Who are the locks, boys? For studying purposes.
He's asking us for our locks.
We're getting them to. We're getting to them. We just started the breakdowns, but we'll get to them, brother.
Thank you for the donos, though.
Don't worry.
What is AD? Is that what is AD? I don't want to sound stupid. Australian? No, that's AAUD. I gotta look it up because it's driving me.
What is AED? Automated currency.
Oh, it's Dubai.
United Arab Emirates.
Yeah. UAB. Yeah, cool. Thank you.
Shout out to Dubai.
Money. Yeah, Chad had it.
Shout out to Dubai.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you, brother. Prado literally just made his debut as a commentator in Spanish for the UFC. You think they're going to give him that job if they don't like him or want him around?
Huh? I did not know. That's good inside information.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of surprised he's still here. 1-4 in the UFC,
At 23, it's like kick him out, let him get a few wins, come back. Even for just confidence sake, too. Yeah. He'll be gone probably after this if he loses.
That's what I was thinking. It's like go back to the regional scene, get some confidence, come back.
100%.
5, and you'll be all right. But
get a couple wins.
We'll see if he can get it done. Moving on. Middleweight bout here. We got Kelvin Gastelum coming in as a minus 270 favorite, taking on Vicente Luque. Luque comes in at plus 230. Luque moving up a weight class to 185. He was supposed to fight Kyle Dawkins on this card. Kyle Dawkins then gets booked against Bo Nickel. So Kyle Dawkins may have missed an opportunity.
Yeah, but he's getting that White House money, though.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting the opportunity. He's giving up the opportunity against probably an easier fight.
For sure.
Against Luque for a bigger stage to be on. But Kelvin Gastelum steps in. All 5'9" of them. And I wish you could see the belly on this photo. The last time he weighed in was it was disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
It made me want to vomit. Because if I showed up to a UFC fight looking like that, I mean, I would be ashamed.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely ashamed. I mean, I would already be ashamed if I looked like Kelvin Gastelum when he was in his prime. But
shame him, bro. Do it.
I mean, he weighed in at 191. He missed weight by 5 pounds.
Yeah,
it was like the guy didn't even try.
Right.
So now he doesn't train at Fight Ready anymore because that gym is now down. And he went to the PI in Las Vegas, and based on his Instagram, seems like he's getting his physical fitness right. I'll pull up that post so we can look at it, but seems like he's getting his diet locked in, so that's good.
That is good.
But clearly, these guys are two very different fighters. I mean, Gastelum, when he gets in the cage, he's there. He wants to be there. He's going to show up. But outside of the cage, not quite as motivated. Luque, outside of the cage, very motivated, wants to put in all the work. But when he gets into the cage recently, after the brain bleed, just not really showing up for us. So I think it's got to be Gastelum here. What do you think, BP?
Yeah, I'm picking Kelvin Gastelum. Both these guys are the oldest 34-year-old in terms of fighting there is. Gastelum, this is, I'm going to say something that people are going to probably disagree with, but he is actually kind of like a special human being because he looks the way he looks. He misses weight all the time. He should not be a middleweight, right? I've seen Kelvin Gastelum in person. His butt and his legs are itty bitty. He's just all fucking torso, right? He should be a 70, and he maybe in real life situation can probably make 55, but he doesn't. And then he goes out there clearly not putting in the work because he's missing weight, not really being strict on a diet, but he goes 3 hard rounds with Joe Pyfer and wins the 3rd round. Has a chin for days, is tough, has skills, he just doesn't put in the work. It's almost like a BJ Penn situation where BJ Penn, phenomenon, just never put in the work. Never did, never trained, never wanted to. Kelvin Gastelum, I'm glad he's bouncing around. He's getting some looks. He was in Southern California for a while. Then he went to Arizona. Now he's in Vegas. Hopefully he gets some looks to, different looks, and he goes out there because he still has a good left hand. He still has power. And Luque, you hit it. He hasn't been the same since the brain bleed. He's fighting scared. He's becoming a grappler, and there might be a path to victory here where you grapple Kelvin Gastelum. We've seen people do it. I just don't think Luque is that high level of a wrestler to grapple Gastelum, who is a decent wrestler or hasn't been in the past. He'll get out wrestled by really good wrestlers. I just don't think Luque is that. He's got a great darts. He's got a great front stroke in Luque, but I don't know if I see that happening here. I think Kelvin Gastelum's going to keep it on the feet, ping Luque's head around, and possibly get a fucking knockout here. First time in a long time for Kelvin Gastelum. I just think Luque can't take shots anymore and might not be willing to take shots too. He might get hit with one that buzzes him, and instead of fighting through it, he might just take the knee and go, I can't get another brain bleed. I'm terrified. So give me Kelvin Gastelum. Yeah,
here's the post I was talking about. Saying he stepped away from Arizona, went to Las Vegas, he's at the PI with Gav Pratt. Hasn't seen, I'm hitting numbers I haven't seen in years. I mean, he looks like he's in pretty good shape. I mean, like you said, he's got nothing for legs.
His legs and ass are, I'm telling you, they're so small.
Just torso, but
yeah,
blockhead as well. Somebody else shouted it out in the stream, but the fight to end inside the distance, fight to end by finish, I think could be a decent path as well, because if Luque does get the fight to the ground, I mean, Gastelum's grappling has not always been great, submission defense, and ends inside the distance minus 125. I don't think that's bad. I mean, also you look at Luque's career, recently against Southpaws, Jeff Neal, Southpaw, did dirty things to him, straight left down the pipe, was getting him all day. Buckley, Southpaw, KO'd him as well. He covered up in that fight, didn't like what was going on. And Gastelum is always going to be fighting out of that southpaw stance, and just 1-2s for days. So, I mean, I think it could happen. Gastelum's usually a guy that's in your face and throwing. So we'll see what happens. But I like that angle there from Jared. They have 26 decisions. Yeah, I know.
Kelvin Gastelum's due, though.
Due, man. He hasn't had a knockout since 2017.
He's due, bro. One of my, not maybe my favorite, it might go in my top 25 favorite knockouts. Gastelum Bisping. I mean, he fucking pinged Bisping's head. And I like Bisping, but just the way his fucking head went and dead, and Bisping took that on short notice and was like, I'm okay. I'm a former champion. I can take on Gastelum. And that was his last fight. What are you going to do?
Yeah, if you like the Luque side, I might just go for that sub, because that sub is pretty juicy.
Right.
I saw it around 10-1. Yeah, 11-1, something like that. I mean, that's pretty damn juicy for, how Gastelum has been losing, most of his fights inside the distances. I mean, it's all by sub. So, yeah, should be a good scrap between two veterans, and one of the widest lines on the card, which
I love.
I love that. We got some real competitive lines on this card compared to a lot of the cards this year. Who's that back? Who's that big back in the red?
Is that me or you? You're kind of wearing red. I think he probably prefers me, though, bro.
Probably, bro. Probably.
Sorry, dude. just a big dude. You know what I mean?
Both should retire. I mean, they're probably getting some hefty money, so why
retire? They're getting paid. Luque, though, I think if he takes a knockout here, he might be like, because I think he's already kind of a coach at that gym, too.
Yeah.
He has a path there. I think you got to get out if you get put out.
All right, let's move on. Lightweight bout here. We got Markel Maderos taking on Chris Taco Padilla. Padilla comes in minus 155. Maderos plus 135. Padilla, 4-0 in the UFC. Came in, subbed Yon Top, then knocked out Dr. Stoppage, Rong Zhu, then beat Jai Herbert by very close decision in London. And his last time out, knocked out Ishmael Bonfim by round 2 KO. Markel Maderos, on the other hand, all 3 wins by decision. He got a knockout on the Contender Series, but since then been going to the scorecards. He's been into a couple of close fights. specifically his UFC debut, I thought he lost to Landon Quinones, but
Yeah.
it was a competitive fight. The Austin Hubbard fight was a split decision. So a couple fights where it was close margins. And then his last time out, nearly knocked out Mark Choinsky, hit him with a bunch of nasty leg kicks, defended 9 takedowns in that fight. So it looks like he's making some improvements. He's training at the MMA Labs now. I think for the longest time he was at Factory X Muay Thai in Colorado. Then now he's at MMA Labs in Arizona. Chris Padilla, California guy. One of these guys that I didn't think was going to be that good.
Yeah.
I did not expect anything from Chris Padilla because he was losing to like journeyman on the regional scene.
Mm-hmm.
Just wasn't really that impressive, but it seems like he's putting things together, entering his prime at 30 years of age. He comes in here as the favorite for the first time in his UFC career, or at least I think the clear outright favorite. I think it was about a pick 'em against Bomb Theme. I think it was a pick 'em against Shai Herbert, or maybe minus 120, but clear favorite here. What do you think, BP? Is he getting it done?
Yeah, I think he does. I think Padilla does. I mean, Maderos, the last 2 fights kind of soured me. The Austin Hubbard fight, Hubbard's a tough guy to look really good against, and I just think he struggled in that fight. And I just feel like sometimes he's a little too lackadaisical. I don't care what I'm doing. The change of camp hopefully kind of maybe makes him more focused, because I think the guy has some skills. He's a young fighter. He's out there. He's performing, and there's some talent there. But I just don't know if he really knows how to turn it on when he fights. Padilla, the exact opposite. This guy didn't know how to turn it on early in his career with all these weird losses. Comes to the UFC, he's undefeated, and he's going out there and he's looking good. The one hiccup, which was a fight that he won, was the Jai Herbert fight. I thought he should have put Jai Herbert out. He's got a little bit of a chin problem. I know Jai Herbert's much taller than him. He fought a little scared, fought a little tentative, and it showed in the performance. But then he rebounds and gets a big win again, and he's a favorite here at minus 155. This was almost my empty the clip. The only reason it wasn't, because I like Padilla at minus 125, is Maderos still has a little bit that I haven't seen yet. I know there's more to him. It's going to be a tough out against Padilla here, because Padilla is good on the ground. He does have some good hands, and he's got a fucking chin on him, and he's got experience. Maderos, young kid, glad he switched up the camps, but again, you got to be a killer in there, man. You got to switch it on, and I just haven't seen him switch it on yet. Give me Padilla. Very confident in this fight. This can make a parlay for me. This could be a straight wager money line for me. I mean, usually on the number of events, I'm betting every fight, if I'm being honest with you. But this is something I'm excited to bet. Padilla. I don't know how he's going to get it done yet, though. I haven't figured that out yet. Probably by decision, if a gun to my head, but I like Padilla.
Yeah, if it went to a decision, I would not like Padilla at minus 155. Because I think
he's got to get a finish, huh?
I think he does. Like, to cover his price, I think he's got to get a finish, because I don't think he's going to just like clearly run through Maderos and like 30-27 him. I think it's on the feet. It's very competitive. I think Maderos is arguably the better striker. I think Padilla's got like a weird way of striking that is effective.
It's awkward.
It's effective, but I don't know if it's going to work against Maderos. I think he's got to grapple. So I think Padilla by sub might be an angle, because Maderos has been getting his back taken a lot.
Okay.
Plus 600 on the sub. But personally, money line, I think it's kind of dog or pass, unless Padilla goes down to like minus 120, minus 125. Then I think it's okay. But
Padilla's got 4 rear naked chokes on his pro record, and I think he's got 3 as an amateur. So obviously that's a good position for him. He gets the back.
Yeah, I don't trust him to grapple, really. He just doesn't seem like he's really looking to grapple all that much outside of his debut against Yantop. But Yantop has no grappling whatsoever.
Right, yeah. JG.
We missed another dono from our boy.
My guy, he's got that Dubai money. He's just sending it all. Thank you, brother.
Dubai, baby. We got another dono from Harry Buttle. $5.
Hey, thanks, Harry.
Do you guys watch PFL? If so, what do you guys think of that dude Bow?
No, don't. He's setting you up, bro. He's trying to get you to say balls on chin.
I was going to say it differently.
He's trying to get you to say balls on chin. I appreciate the dono, but you got to wake up a little bit early if you're trying to get your boy. Technically, I did say the name, but I
was going to say balls.
We ain't Michael Bisping, bro. You know what I mean?
Balls on chins.
Balls on chins, yeah. He's trying to get. Thank you for the dono, Harry Buttle. He's trying to get you, bro. Have you seen when they get Bisping though? They get Bisping all the time. It's so fucking funny.
You got to get us to say like a slur. balls on chins. That's not that bad, dude. Come on. You gonna donate $5. I appreciate it, but give me something better.
Yeah, even his handle, Harry Buttle. I mean Harry Butthole. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I love people like that. They're the best.
He's trying to get us, man.
Hit the like button for us, boys. Appreciate you, brother. Incredible breakdown. BP. I have the same read on both Padilla and Maderos side.
It's my guy Joe. I am Saturday. What's up, Joey?
Shout out to Joe. See a lot of chasing by Padilla, and if you can't cut the corners off, he's going to have a problem. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. It's like Padilla's high guard, Muay Thai stance, doesn't use a lot of footwork. Maderos is like a lot of footwork. So I think the striking kind of goes to Maderos, man. Like, is Padilla going to be able to maybe catch him coming in? But I don't know that Maderos is going to like be coming in all the time.
Right.
But that's a weird fight, man. It's a weird fight. But I think it's dog or pass. Let's move on. Women's, we got BP's favorite time of the stream here. We're talking about the ladies.
Ladies.
Comes in at -150. Luque Godinez sits at +130. Luque coming in here as the dog. And I mentioned this when we talked about Verna and Ricci, but I think this is a very similar fight to Ricci versus Jandiroba. It's like I look at Luque and I see, solid wrestler. I mean, solid striker, but I don't really trust her to like put offense together because I think Tatiana Suarez is just going to smother her. She's just going to smother. She's too big. She's 5'5", huge for the weight class. And if she gets a hold of you, that's all she really needs to do. I think it's kind of like what Verna did. And maybe it's just, me seeing it last week and losing it. Because when I looked at this fight, I was like, I want to fade Tatiana Suarez now. Because Suarez did not look good against Lemos. She looked terrible against Wei Li. But the thing was with when she fought Lemos, it's like, yeah, she didn't look great, but she still won. And she like barely had to do anything other than just hold on to her. That's like women's MMA. It's like if you can just get a hold of this girl for 3 minutes of the round, they don't have like the capabilities to like steal around with, 5 to 10 significant strikes that cause damage. It just doesn't happen. And then the range aspect, Suarez just stands at range and kicks, and then she's in on your hips looking for a takedown. Godinez stands at range with her hands glued to her face. And then she's like waiting to use her boxing. She doesn't kick at all. She doesn't really use footwork. She doesn't cut angles. So she's not going to be able to reach her from range with her boxing. So how is she going to land damage to like win rounds here? I don't understand.
Yeah.
So I think Suarez gets it done. I think she wins. But am I going to lay -150 on her? No. Because it could be like her last fight, which was a very close decision, where Lemos nearly stole it with like a few elbows in the clinch, which I honestly thought Lemos maybe should have won. But it's women's MMA. That's how the judges score it. The damage isn't really scored as much as the control time in women's MMA. It's just how it is. So give me Suarez for the pick. But what do you think here, BP? You know the chicks. I don't.
I do know the chicks. Yeah, I like Suarez. I'm not super confident. Our boy Russ loves Suarez. This would be his empty to clip. He said he likes her by submission as well. I'm not so sure, if I'm that confident or I am going to pick her. Lupe's sister is on the Canadian Olympic team. She's got some good wrestling chops herself. Suarez is obviously very elite when it comes to wrestling. My only concern in this fight is Lupe, even though she is the smaller fighter, smaller reach, smaller in height, all that, she can put on volume. She's thrown over 100 strikes and landed over 100 significant strikes quite a bit. Tatiana Suarez has never landed over 100 strikes in the UFC. Her highest she's ever landed was against Carla Esparza at 82. This is a woman who likes to take you down, control you, hold on you, lay on you, doesn't do a ton of ground and pound damage, looks for submission, which is great, but Lupe's going to be hard to hold down. I think Suarez is going to be able to get her down. I think Lupe's going to be hard to hold down, especially in the beginning. And I just think Suarez really needs to start putting hands together if she's going to have a breakout performance, because the title fight was a dud. Yeah, she got hurt, but it was a dud. Lemos was another dud. People in the chat are talking about it. Patchy Mixer, significant half, just got knocked out in the Japanese Risen. You did not do great in the UFC. So that family needs a win. And I think Suarez can definitely deliver it. I think this is going to be close, though, man. I think this is going to go to the judges, and it's going to be pretty close because I think Lupe's going to land more strikes. I think Suarez is going to have more top control. I don't think either can do a ton of damage. But I'm ever so lightly going to lean Suarez, though. But she hasn't looked her best in quite some time. As Lucky you just pointed out, that Sparta fight was 8 years ago.
Yeah.
She gets hurt quite a bit. She's had neck issues. Doesn't fight a lot. Yeah, but I like Suarez.
I will say this for Suarez though. I mean, this is her third fight in what 14 months. So I mean,
she's starting to make up for lost time for sure. Yeah,
for a girl that like was not fighting much at all. She had 2 fights in 2023.
Yeah,
it took like a year and a half off. Like maybe she's in better health now, But I don't know. 35 in fight years and out her body is probably closer to like 45.
Yeah.
So I can't really see it getting better, but I feel like the version that fought Lemos can still beat Luque here, but it's probably going to be really close margins unless she finds that guillotine.
Yeah.
Should have been on the main card over Nate the Train.
How? I hope you're fucking kidding, bro. Bro, I hope you're kidding.
Dixon says Lupe's going to sleep her. Sleep
Tatiana
in round 3, like Patchy Mix got slept in Japan. I thought he got KO'd in like, was it round 3? I thought it was like round 2. But either way,
Patchy, yeah, it was a nasty KO though.
Daddy, it's an important matchup for both ladies. I think Tatiana rolls here pretty comfortably with her grappling advantage. I like that number.
Wow, he's a sharp guy. All right,
I was kind of shocked to see the number that low. Because I mean, Suarez is usually a massive favorite unless it's
true.
And she was a favorite over Whaley, which is fucking nuts. So
it is nuts.
All right, let's move on. Lightweight bout here. Mateusz Gamrot comes in at -180, taking on Esteban Ribovics. Sits at +155. The 29-year-old comes in here 4-2 in the UFC, 4-1 in his last 5. Only loss was a split decision to Nasrat Haqparast, which very arguably could have won. Mateusz Gamrot, 8-4 in the UFC, 35 years of age, coming off the loss to Charles Oliveira. He's 1-2 in his last 3. Got a win over Ludovic Klein at the Apex, which ended up being the main event.
Yeah,
they snuck a Gamrot main event in there for us to enjoy, and then
they did.
The loss to Dan Hooker. Was that a split? It was a very close decision. Yeah,
split fight. Yeah, split
decision. But I think this is a great fight. I heard the grapevine that they wanted Ribovics versus Moicano last week, and then they went with Chris Duncan. So either way, I mean, they wanted to give Ribovics, a jump up in competition, and then he got it here with Mateusz Gamrot. This is ATT versus Killcliff, Battle of the South Florida Gyms. Which one are you going with, BP?
I am oddly confident in Gamrot. I think Ribovics is a very fun fighter, but I still have it burned in my head that the Loic Razabov, however you say his fucking name, took him down 11 times. Yes, that was 3 years ago. And then, Nasrat Haqparast took him down once, and he's fought no other grapplers besides that. Mateusz Gamrot is only a grappler. The guy takes you down multiple times in a fight. I know Ribovics kind of wanted this fight. He called this fight out. He's obviously weirdly confident. His striking is flowy. It's good, but the grappling on Gamrot, I think, is going to be a problem. I mean, he trains at a great gym with a great camp in there, and he's got some, people rave about this guy in the gym. He's coming off a loss of Charles Oliveira. Oh, fucking well. It's Charles Oliveira. What are you going to do? And the Dan Hooker fight was extremely close. He could be on but besides Oliveira fight, he could have been on like 4 or 5 fight win streak here for Gamrot. Not the most exciting guy in the world. Needs to put some people out. I would love a finish, a submission of Ribovics, which is not going to happen. Gamrot by decision, take it to the bank. -180 doesn't scare me. I'd play him north of 200. I think Gamrot's grappling is that much better than Ribovics. I think he has a good chin as well. I don't think Ribovics has this. I mean, he has a good head kick. I don't think he has outworldly power. He's more of a combination guy, and I think Gamrot is not going to let that happen with his grappling. Give me Mateusz Gamrot. Is that how you say his name? Mateusz?
Yeah, Mateusz Gamrot.
Yeah, Mateusz Gamrot -180. Book it, baby. What?
I mean, I thought that same thing, BP, until I watched film on it, and I can't get out of my head that I think Ribovics is going to be able to give him a fucking fight here, dude. I think he is. I mean, I've always been a Gamrot hater.
Yeah.
Because I hate his fucking style. I mean, it's
it's not the most pleasing style. I'm not going to defend that.
It's a terrible style. Yeah. And I remember when UFC 299 in Miami, actually, O'Malley versus Vera 2, sitting in the stands, and he's fighting RDA. RDA is like a +500 dog or something, like +500 dog. and he knees Gamrot in the face in round 1. And I was like so excited. I was like, I want to see this guy fucking exposed, please. Because I bet on Jalen Turner, and he lost the split decision to Gamrot.
Yes.
Bet on Rafael Fiziev. Fiziev blew his knee out. I sprinkled a little bit on RDA because I was like, there's no fucking way he lost minus 600 against RDA.
Sure.
And then RDA is like going in for the finish, and Gamrot's on his knees, and he like comes out the back, and he's just holding onto a leg over his shoulder, and then just continues to hold legs for like the rest of the fight.
You know what I call that? I call that a crafty veteran, bro.
Fuck you.
Crafty veteran, bro.
And the whole thing is, after that first round, like it was all Gamrot just fucking rinse and repeat takedowns, bunch of bullshit, running away, and then rinse and repeat takedowns. And the whole crowd was like not watching, just falling asleep. And there's just one guy in the row across from me with a Polish flag, not a flag, a Polish scarf.
Sure.
And he's screaming, Gamer, Gamer. Yeah, it's called Gamer.
Yeah, bro.
This fight fucking sucks, dude. Like,
yeah, bro.
Shut up. And then he won. And then his next fight, I was like, all right, I'm done fucking fading this guy. I'm just done. And then he loses to fucking Hooker. So then I'm like, okay, I was right. He's not that fucking good. Somebody's had to expose him, and it was fucking Hooker. And I didn't bet on Hooker. And then he fights Klein. And I say, Klein's got 90% takedown defense. This guy is built like a brick shithouse.
Yeah.
Plus 140 on Ludovic Klein. Give me it. And Klein goes out there and fights like a pussy. Yeah. I mean, just like looks so scared of the takedown.
100%. Yeah.
And then he fights Charles Oliveira. And I'm like, I am the worst at betting on Mateusz Gamrot fights. But I think Charles Oliveira absolutely runs through him. So I don't bet on Charles Oliveira.
Oh.
And Charles Oliveira fucking smokes him. So now at 35 years of age, we get Esteban Ribovics at plus 155. I think I have to pull the trigger. I have to do it this week. BB.
Do it.
It has to.
No one's stopping you.
It has to be done. Gamrot is chinny. He gasses. Ribovics might not have the best takedown defense, but Gamrot can't hold anybody down unless they're absolute bitches. And Ribovics ain't no bitch. All right, he's going to get up from those takedowns. He'll use his fucking Kimura trap, whatever the fuck he does to get back up. And then he's going to get in his face. He's going to rip some body shots. He's going to swing some fucking hooks. And Ribovics, let's go. Plus 155, let's fucking go.
Let me address something. To Jordy Cole in the chat and you can't call a fighter chinny if they've never been knocked out. Gamrot has never lost.
He's chinny.
He's never lost by knockout. And Ribovics has only knocked out one guy in the UFC. His last 2 fights, he's landed over 100-something strikes. He don't knock anybody out. This dude's got pillow fists. And he knocked McKinney out with a fucking head kick, right? Gamrot is going to ragdoll this dude. I wouldn't even surprised if Gamrot 30-20 skunks him, bro. Skunks him. 30-27. Ribovics doesn't even get around, dude. He's going to get mad in his corner like, I can't get the guy off me. Yeah, who did you think you were fighting? You're fighting a guy who's going to take you down 11 goddamn times and keep doing it. Gamrot's the side, bud. It's the side, dude.
I don't think I've ever won a betting a side in a Gamrot fight.
I won... And I'm not saying I should have won the Sarukian side. I couldn't believe I won that one.
You bet Gamrot against Sarukian?
I did.
Fuck you, dude.
Because listen,
no way, bro.
I did not think Arman was all that great. I thought Arman was chinny. He had been knocked out before outside the UFC. I thought he was chinny, and I thought Gamrot's going to get it.
Was going to expose that?
No. I thought Gamrot. I just didn't think he was all that good. Okay. I thought Gamrot was going to expose his wrestling. And I got lucky, bro. We got to get lucky in this game. I'm not saying he won. I'm just saying, hey, Gamrot's my guy after he pulled that one out. Thank you, judges. He's got a fucking dog walk Esteban Ribovics. What is it by decision, by the way? That's what I want to know. I'm going to pull that up right now.
Gamrot decision?
It's going to be plus 105. That's plus money is good. Listen, play Ribovics by knockout, plus 425. If he's chinny, play him by 5. I mean, that's 4-1, baby.
Yeah, if you want to bet Gamrot, have fun. Have fun.
Have fun. I'm gonna have fun, bro. I'll send a picture of me pop locking, dude, when I'm having fun with it, man.
I think this is the moment because Ribovics has been my guy. All right, he's been my guy.
Don't know why, but
You don't know why?
He's a fun fighter. He's fun.
You know, the reason is because I bet a lot of significant strike props and
Yeah.
always take Ribovics over.
Well, yeah, he's gonna pay. Yeah, he's gonna win you your money on that.
Always take him over, and I didn't this week. I didn't take him over this week.
Who's he gonna get? He's gonna land maybe 50, maybe.
Yeah, they have him at 55, and I'm like, that's probably a good number, dude. You know?
Bro, he landed 150 strikes on Daniel Zellhuber and couldn't finish him, dude. You think he's finishing a guy who's never been knocked out?
He cracked the chin of Zellhuber.
He didn't put him out though.
Zellhuber was like legitimately like super durable, but then Ribovics.
You think Ribovics ruined it?
Yes.
Gotcha.
But he landed 156 strikes on him, and then Johnson drops him his next fight, and then King Green pings his head around. I mean, come on.
Okay.
He should
Ribovics
should get credit for those knockouts and those wins.
Fair enough. I like your thinking. I'm not gonna argue with that. But I'm gonna argue that Gamrot's gonna fucking skunk him in this fight.
I fucking know. Hey, if Gamrot skunks him, I'm leaving the arena. I'm not staying.
Don't do that, bro. This is early in the card. You got tons of fights left.
Ribovics, let's go, bro. We're going to war. Let's get it done.
You need it, bro.
You're going to fucking war.
You need it.
All right, moving on. We got a welterweight bout here. Kevin Holland comes in as a slight dog, plus 101, taking on Randy Rude Boy Brown. Minus 121. 14-7 in the UFC for Randy. 15-12 for Kevin Holland. Randy comes in 2 years older. Both guys 6'3", but a 3-inch reach advantage on the Kevin Holland side. Randy Brown coming off the main event loss to Gabriel Bonfim. Knee to the dome. Good night, buddy. And Kevin Holland back-to-back losses. One of them to Daniel Rodriguez.
And he just bailed out, apparently.
And one of them to Mike Malott. I mean, are we doing it this week, BP? Are we going with the Trailblazer here? Big mouth, plus money. The aging vet just got KO'd. I mean, I want to pull the trigger.
Pull it.
Pull it?
Pull it.
Do I empty the fucking clip on it?
Hey, yo, we'll get there, right? We'll get there, huh?
Yeah, I like Holland here. What do you think, bro?
I like Holland too. Yeah. Listen, this isn't racist, me saying this, okay? They're very similar. I mean, they're built exactly the same. Their styles are different, but they're built exactly the same. You got one guy who's a Northeast, Brooklyn, Queens guy. You got another guy who's a Tech. Well, he's California, really, but he reps Texas and Holland. Randy Brown, footwork really good. His striking, not a lot of power behind it. Decent jiu-jitsu. Kevin Holland, I don't think his footwork's the best, but he's got a lot of power and decent jiu-jitsu. Surprised these guys haven't fought before. There seems to be kind of a little bit of bad blood between them. They both were kind of talking shit. Like Randy Brown's like, bro, I don't want to be your friend. Fuck you, I don't want to be your friend. But I like Kevin Holland. I'm surprised he's plus money here. Randy Brown, I think, has been cracked before. A little bit of a chin issue, in my opinion. I think Kevin Holland surprises people in there. I think he can crack them at 170. I like Kevin Holland at 170 better than 185. I think Randy Brown, again, his movement is very good, but I think Kevin Holland's going to find something if it goes to the ground. Actually, Kevin Holland's jiu-jitsu better than Randy Brown's jiu-jitsu. Randy Brown's more of a control guy. Kevin goes for it, whether he's on his back or on top. He's also got, I think, better chokes than Randy Brown, and I think he's got a better chin, and I think his power is going to separate him here. This could be a 3-round fight. This could be 3 rounds, close fight. They can, they're both 6'3". Kevin's got a little bit more of a reach, but they can complement each other really well in the stand-up, and it can go 3 rounds. I can see that absolutely, but I think Kevin Holland by knockout is a fun play, is a good play. I don't think that's crazy because Randy Brown has been knocked out before. That is going to cash you plus 425. Him by submission, a little club and stuff, plus 550. I can see that as well. Him jumping on a neck after he rocks him. Some money to be made in this fight. I like that. Give me Kevin Holland. I don't know if I'm going to empty the clip on the guy. I don't have those kind of balls. Yeah. But I do like Kevin Holland in this spot. I think he's fought the better competition, and I think he's a better fighter.
Yeah, I liked it a little bit more when Holland was like plus 120. Made a little bit more sense to me.
Yeah.
I think it is kind of closer to a 50-50.
It's plus 110 currently on Bet365. So, yeah, I saw him at plus 125, I think yesterday, the day before. So,
yeah, I mean, I just think Holland's more durable. than Randy Brown.
I do too. Yeah.
Randy hasn't really fought, a guy that's can match his length. He's a guy that like needs his length. If he can't have his length, he's kind of fucked. And I think the long straights from Kevin Holland could get through. Also, the submission angle that you pointed out. If the fight hits the ground, Kevin Holland dangerous with the front chokes, rear naked choke as well. So I mean, I think there's more upside with Kevin Holland in this matchup. I think he's more alive to get a finish.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'd bet him at plus 101. I'd maybe look for inside the distance or something like that. Maybe a KO. I actually don't mind just the fight to end inside the distance, minus 110.
Okay.
Minus 105, because for the longest time, I mean, Kevin Holland's chin was like amazing. And then
he got put out 2 fights ago.
Well, he almost did.
Almost did, excuse me.
Almost did by D-Rod.
Yeah, D-Rod put him down.
Maybe that could be the chin starting to show some signs. And if Randy catches you with the right shot, I mean, he's going to hurt you. So ends inside the distance out of pick'em seems decent to me as well. But the chat seems to like Holland as well.
Yeah, chat seems to really like Holland, which makes me confident. I like that.
Yeah, and Holland's used to fighting bigger guys since he was at middleweight. It's true.
Good point.
Holland has learned patience and discipline over the years. He won't put himself in danger the way Randy will when he tries to close the distance. I want to see some leg kicks from Kevin Holland. I mean, Randy Brown's fucking leg is old.
He wears them. He wears the kicks. Yeah.
Skinny legs. Skinny legs. Holland said he bailed D-Rod out.
I saw that. Yeah.
Is that true? I don't know if I believe him, though. I mean, come on.
I heard D-Rod was in a Mexican jail, and then they're like, no, he's just in jail. And then, Kevin Holland said he bailed him out. I don't know what to believe.
I don't either. But I would believe that D-Rod's in jail.
Yeah.
That's probably the most believable part.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Yeah.
I can believe that.
Oh, let's move on. This is the feature prelim, I believe. Featherweight bout here. We got Patricio Pitbull coming in at plus 270, taking on Aaron Pico. Sits at minus 330, the biggest favorite on the card in the Bellator Championship of the UFC. Pico loses his UFC debut, gets spinning elbowed by Lerone Murphy. We all remember that one. Flat down on the canvas, doing his best Macy Barber impression. And now he comes in here against a 38-year-old Pitbull, who's 1-1 in the UFC, a long time Bellator GOAT, as many would say. Very well-rounded fighter, more of a counter striker, can mix in some grappling if he wants to. But what I've seen from him recently, outside of the Ige fight, he just doesn't really look that interested in fighting. He's very passive in there. Mm-hmm. The Ige fight was a good look for him, but Ige's 4-7 in his last 11 fights. Just hasn't really looked all that great. Pico, I mean, clearly should be the favorite here. I look at his skills. I'm like, the skills are clearly there. Just he fights a little bit over aggressive and he can get caught. And Pitbull can definitely catch him on the chin because he's, like I said, a good counter striker, and a good counter striker against a pressure guy could definitely find the shot. So Pitbull by KO could be a decent way to hedge yourself against if you're going to be, parlaying Pico, but I think Pico gets it done. What do you think here, BP?
Yeah, this one's tough for me because I absolutely love Aaron Pico. Eric Pico was born to be a fighter. I mean, this kid selected not to go to like the Olympic trials or something to fight, right? And he's like a great boxer, great wrestler, physique phenomenal, comes from a fighting family, has been training since he was a kid. His biggest problem is he doesn't have a fucking chin. 4 of his 5 losses are by knockout. Right? He has debut. He got choked out. The rest have been knockouts, and they're ugly. He doesn't get hit and recover. He gets hit and goes to sleep, and there's nothing really he can do about it. You can do all the fucking exercises you want with your neck or whatever. Maybe talk to Andre Arlovsky because I feel like that dude got his chin fixed somehow. But other than that, dude, look, I'm not even counting the Lerone Murphy knockout because he walked into a spinning back elbow. I mean, that's gonna knock out anybody. Some of the knockouts earlier have been horrible, but Pico says, "Oh, maybe I do have a chin problem, but guess what? He's not going to touch me," which leads me to believe he's going to wrestle, and he's a really good wrestler. He took down Lerone Murphy a few times. We all know how good Lerone Murphy is getting back up. He got back every time on Pico. And Pico rushed that fight. I was there live. He was rushing, digging to the body. He wanted that first round finish, and he got caught, right? And that's his MO. He's a little reckless with a bad chin scares me. And Pitbull has been so flat since he's been in the UFC. But he sits back and he counters well. He dropped Dan Ige, 38, but still has power. I'm going Pitbull here, dude. I don't want it. I don't like Pitbull. If you could dig up tweets of mine when Pitbull was the king of Bellator, I'd shit all over the guy. I hated how he come. Oh, I'm the best 145 in the world. I destroy Max Holloway. No, you wouldn't. You're in Bellator, bro. You could have signed a contract years ago to fight in UFC. You didn't. Right now, you're here at 38. Right, and you're 1-1, and you haven't looked great. I'm not a big Pitbull guy. It hurts my heart to pick against Pico because I think Pico, if he had a chin, would probably be world champion by now, or at least in Bellator he would have won it, right? But there's just no chin there, and he's had some shoulder issues as well, which worries me about him wrestling for 3 rounds as well over Pitbull, who is an undersized guy. Pico is a pretty filled out 145er at this point. He's pretty ripped, but again, the power, the counters. He's going to sit on a punch. He's got a right hand. Pico's going to run into something. It's going to be night. I like Pitbull. I like Pitbull 1 knockout. And it's hard for me to pick against him. I'm putting biases aside, which is hard for me to do, but I'm doing it. Give me Pitbull by KO.
If he is going to wrestle, he's got to watch out for that guillottine. Pitbull's got a nasty guillotine.
Mm-hmm.
Those little arms. Get in there. Little Jesus Aguilar guillotine action. And
Pico's been finished by guillotine before. He's been put in a lot of them. I mean, it was his first fight, but yeah.
Silly Gilly Goose made a good point, and I was going to bring this up as well, but spinning elbow KO Lerone Murphy, flying knee against Borix, the hook in the clinch against Corralish. It's like
Corralish is a bomb. The hook in the clinch wasn't that crazy.
Corralish is actually not bad. He's not like
good.
He's not gonna like go in the UFC and like make a run, but he's like a serviceable guy. Corralish is not that bad, dude.
I disagree with that. What about the Jeremy Kennedy? Okay, sorry. 3 of the 5. Jeremy Kennedy was the shoulder injury.
We can look at these KOs and a flying knee is gonna fucking
the flying knee and the elbow. Correct. The hook in the clinch wasn't crazy. It was a simple hook, dude.
I don't think it's. At this point,
let's be honest, they babied him after the Corrales fight, right?
Oh yeah.
Bellator knew what they had. They babied him. Now he's in the UFC. He got Lerone Murphy, and now he's got I feel like the UFC's doing him a favor. Obviously, Vegas thinks so too, the -330. But I want Pico to win. Don't get me wrong. I think for the future of the featherweight division, Pico winning would be much better, and Pitbull gets to be stubborn. Because even after the Yair Rodriguez fight, he was all bitchy. He was supposed to fight, Kita or whatever. He missed weight. He said, "Fuck you, I'm not fighting you." Pitbull's got an attitude on him. He thinks he's better and superior than everyone. So I would obviously love him to get knocked down a peg. I can't put money on Aaron Pico. I went big on Aaron Pico against Lerone Murphy, by the way. I thought he was going to win by decision. That obviously didn't happen to me. But Pitbull, not looking back, baby.
I don't think I want a side here. I think I just want violence. I think it ends inside the distance. -145. Pico loses. He's getting chinned. If Pico can get his game going, I feel like it's hard to believe he doesn't finish a 38-year-old Pitbull who was just finished by a fucking random Japanese dude a couple of years ago.
Sure. He got chinned bad.
Chihiro Suzuki. Yeah.
His brother, I think, is his brother? No, they're not fighting the same weekend. Never mind. I know his brother Patricki's fighting in Japan soon too. I don't think it's the same weekend though.
Yeah, Yair dropped him as well.
Yeah.
So, I think it ends inside the distance could be sneaky, but yeah.
And I know that AJ McKee is technically a submission loss, but dude, he got fucked. He was already knocked out when McKee put the submission on him.
True. Another dono from our man Al Shamji Jr. 2580. Appreciate you, brother. People forget Pitbull KO'd Michael Chandler back in the day. How long ago was that, dude?
And let me say one thing, and this is I rarely go, but that was one of the worst stoppages I've ever seen. It was so bad, dude.
He landed like one punch. Like we've seen Chandler dropped.
Turtle went off 4s and Pitbull.
Yeah.
Do it's fighter safety, but it's for the championship. Let him go a little bit, dude. Right. Like that was bad. But thank you for the dono. That Dubai money, man. You got it.
4 KOs back to different, but he's tough. Yeah. Back in the day. Way back in the day. That was 2019, 7 years ago, dude.
Yeah.
Way back in the day.
Yeah, Pitbull had a run where he literally every fucking Bellator post press conference or whatever the fuck, I'm the best. I'll destroy Max Holloway. And it's like, no, you won't, dude. You won't. Yeah, and then when he went up and beat Chandler at 55, I was like, motherfucker. That was, because then he had a run at 35 for a while too.
No, he didn't have a run at 135.
Excuse me. He tried. He went down the 35.
He tried to go to 135 and be a 3-division champ.
He wanted 3 belts, right? Yeah.
He looked terrible against Pettis, really bad. So, all right. Before we get into the main card, I got to announce the contest this week for UFC 327. We're rolling it over since last week. Nobody else hit perfect last week on 3-punch combo.
Dylan did. Shout out Dylan. He almost
did. Which, if you can go perfect on this card, you are a fucking stud. Okay, 12 picks. If you get all 12 picks correct on the 3-punch combo fight picking center, you're gonna win $1,000 from 3-punch combo. Free to enter. Link down in the description below. You can use code BigJive for a free month to get full access to the site. Otherwise, you can just join for free and get limited access, but you can still make your fight picks and an easy way to track your fight picking record while also, entering some free contests. So go ahead and sign up, 3punchconvo.com. Put your fight picks in right here. This is what it's going to look like, and you just got to hold down and make the selections that you want. Should I make one right here?
Go ahead. Worst one to make, bro. You already won one. Already down a unit. Already down one.
Whatever. I'm already 1-0 on the night. Anything you want to say about the contest, BB?
I'm gonna win it this week and prove to everyone I'm the fucking greatest. No, listen. 3PC. It's an incredible platform. I mean, there's no other platform that's giving out $1,000 without you putting up any of your own money. They're not. They're giving out $500 as well. I mean, they just put a contest with Hayden versus another MMA bout talks. Excuse me if I'm saying your name wrong. And the guy won $500 for just picking fights, not putting up money, just going, hey, I know more than this guy. Let's fucking go. That's what we want. MMA. That's what the greatest. That's why I wanted to start a podcast in MMA, because it's my favorite sport, but also so many people have different opinions. And when you get a fight right, it feels fucking good. Money or not. I predicted that shit. It feels great. In 3PC, again, there was a great comment the other day. A guy started a thread, about how's your fight set up? Because I'm very superstitious about how I watch my fights, right? Right there. How do you watch a numbered event? It would really not a number event. I watch all events this way.
That'd be a
it's changed over the years, but it pretty much stays the same. But I am a little superstitious about it. And it's just fun with great people, and it's a good hang. And there's so many really cool people in there, and there's a ton in the chat currently right now supporting us. So it's fucking great. I know people are like, oh my God, you guys are putting ads out and you're doing all this. No, we're doing it because we think if you're watching our show right now, you're going to have a fucking great time at 3PC, and you can win money if you fucking can pick a fight right, fights right. Excuse me, fights right. It's great. It's great. And I have some things in the work. I know I've been a little busy right now, but there's going to be some exclusive stuff I think could have come from this podcast via 3PC. So it's incredible. Hopefully one of us wins $1,000 this weekend. Good luck to everyone out there. I'm going to win it. And then I will just take it, that $1,000, and fucking put it all on the next week fight. There's a guy next week on the Canadian cards next week, right? There's a guy on the Canadian card next week that I absolutely love. That's going to be a multi-unit play for your boy. So 3PC is the fucking best.
YG, don't be embarrassed, bro. Trust me.
There's nothing to be embarrassed about, dude. I'm not one of those people. Here's the thing about me. I'm never going to rag on you for getting a fight wrong, ever, right? I love the back and forth Hayden and I have. He gets one wrong. Oh, well. I get one wrong. Who cares? I know a lot of people are Monday morning quarterbacks are like, you got that wrong. You suck. How could you have picked that, right? That's just the internet, right? I never unit shame. That's another thing too. People like to unit shame. The one guy's like, dude, I hit the sicko parlay, but I only put $10 on it. I don't want to share the ticket. Share the ticket. Put 10 cents on it. Who fucking cares? Have fun. Whatever you can afford, do, dude. I'm not a big unit player. I'm a 100 unit player guy, but yeah, love it. Love the show. Love the site. Love the show. Excited about everything. And I love this game. I love this shit, dude. Fired up. Now we got the main card. Now we got Nate the Train, my guy. Nate the Train. Let's fucking go.
Let's get into the main card. We got Cub Swanson coming in here as a slight favorite now against Nate Lammer. Sits at -105. Nate, 5-5 in the UFC, coming off back-to-back losses. One against Morgan Chartier and one against Doo Ho Choi. Looking to bounce back. Don't want to see Nate lose 3 in a row.
No.
But I also don't want to see Cub lose in his retirement fight.
I
The
know, dude.
42-year-old comes in here off a big KO win against Billy Quarantillo in December of 2024. So, I mean, it was a while ago. But, I mean, I thought it was a great performance from Cub. I mean, he looked pretty solid. Billy Q is not an easy guy, pushes a heavy pace, and Cub KO'd him in the 3rd. So here he is, 42 years of age. The R word is out there. Retirement fight. And he's a slight favorite now. Which way are we going here? I mean, it's a pick 'em. I think both guys are live for finishes. I mean, I trust both guys to want to dog it out. Even Cub in his retirement fight. I mean, I don't think he's going to give up for anything. You look at guys that are in their retirement fight, they might be just going out there, you know, just one last ride, whatever happens, happens. But if Cub gets into a slugging match, I mean, I feel pretty good that he's not just going to take the door. And Nate never going to take the door unless he's completely unconscious. So it's a great fight. It's a great fight to start the main card. I mean, this is one.
It really is.
That's like, if you don't know, you're just not going to get that excited. But if you know, like, this is a sick matchup. What do you think, BP?
I love this fight. I absolutely love it. I'm a Nate the Train guy. I remember taping his debut and finding out like footage of him and hearing him talk. And if you close your eyes and hear him talk, you think he's like 3-6 Mafia member. He's a Memphis, you know, or not Memphis, Tennessee guy. Nate the Train, baby. Like, I love this dude.
Bro. Respect Clarksville. Put some respect.
Clarksville, yeah. Excuse me. But yeah, that Tennessee swag, that twang to him. And then, you know, he did great things over in Russia, comes to the UFC, and is an exciting fighter. Gets chinned a little bit here and there. He's got chinned his last 2 times out in the round 3. You know, he battled back against Charrier and was breaking him down. And that's Nate the Train style. Like, you know, he says it too. You're going to beat my ass until I beat your ass, right? Like, I love it, right? Like, he'll get fucked up, but round 3's his. Past 2 times, round 3 wasn't his. You know, he got put out in round 3. So, you know, it's tough to, and he's getting older. You know, he's been in a lot of wars. It's tough. He's taking some time off, though, which reset the brain, everything like that. But how can you dog Cubby Swanson? This is the WEC guy. He fought on the blue mats. And I absolutely love that. And I love his new gym setup. He's got like that fight pit out there in Southern California. And I think it's so cool. His new gym looks so fucking cool. He's going to transition to be full-time head coach. I know he's got some fighters already, but that gym's going to, in probably 5 to 10 years, have some really fantastic fighters coming out of it, because I think Cub's going to be a great coach. Cub Swanson by knockout plus 290. I love that. I'm picking Nate the Train. I think Nate the Train's just going to have a little bit more. He's my guy. This is a biasy pick. So anybody wants to fade me, please go right ahead. It's hard for me not to root against Nate the Train, but it's also because I want to hear him on the mic. I want to hear him rip a promo. Nate the Train in the UFC, baby. You know what I mean? I need to hear that. I need that on Saturday night. But I do love Cubby Swanson. They're going to give him a video package no matter how this fight goes. He's an absolute legend. He goes out by KO, which can possibly happen. Plus 290. That's a good bank for your money. Nate trained by decision, plus 275. I also can see, you know, Cub's a little weak to the body. He's been hurt to the body quite a bit. A lot of them have been bad kicks, but Nate touches the body quite well, especially in the clinch. I think if he gets grimy and dirty and he starts touching Cub's body, you know, Nate could maybe get one, but that's highly unlikely in my opinion. I think Cub knocks him out or Nate wins a grimy decision. Either way, this is going to be a fucking banger of a fight, baby. Give me Nate, but I do like Cub by knockout at plus 290. I have it written down here as well, so I might fade myself come Saturday. But right now, as we sit here on Wednesday, Nate the fucking Train, baby.
Jeez. I think there's a lot of ways that this fight could go. You know, I mean, Nate, his last 2 performances have been rough, man. I mean, the Doo Ho Choi fight, he got dominated, honestly, that entire fight.
Ugly fight for Nate.
And then against Charrier, he lost the first. I thought he won the second, and then it looked like he was starting to turn it on, and then he goes out there in round 3 and gets smoked. I don't know if I can trust Nate anymore. You know, like I look at these 2 guys, and I feel like Cub is the more durable one of the 2. And I think Cub's footwork and like awkward type of boxing, cuts weird angles.
Yeah, he does. He brings his head low and he comes up. It's like it works for him.
I feel like he's gonna like catch Nate with something And I don't know if he's going to knock him out, though. That's the thing. It's like Nate's chin is like really dodgy. I don't know when it's going to go off. You know, in the Onama fight, he was knocked out, like completely knocked out. And then he just rose from the dead and then ended up winning. So this fight's going to be fucking chaos. I don't know what's going to happen. But I think you just got to go fight to end inside the distance. I just think there's too many ways that the fight could end inside the distance. I mean, Cub KO. I think Nate's super live to get knocked out.
Yeah.
Nate is also a pretty solid grappler, and he
can wrestle a little bit.
He's going to push a heavy pace. So, I mean, if he does, start to get downhill, I mean, Nate can crack too. Nate's got some hands, and it's a lot of volume accumulation. He's going to overwhelm you. So if Swanson's cardio is not, up to par for this fight, he could definitely take over. Late submission. Cub's been sub 7 times. So I don't really want to side again. I think I just want to finish. I want to go
on that prop pool. I will say this though, Nate might have the worst loss on anybody on the current UFC roster by getting knocked out by Herbert Burns.
Yeah.
I mean, Herbert Burns might be one of the all-time worst UFC fighters ever, and Nate got that knee in the clinch. I had a lot of money on Nate, not the most money I ever played, but significant amount. $350 I think on him. And when he got that knee and got put out, I mean, I didn't talk to my wife for probably like 3 days. I'm just kidding. I'm an exaggeration, but I was so fucking upset, bro. Yeah. Man, when he got knocked out by Herbert Burns, but he rebounded it well. But again, you're right. His chin's so dodgy. Like Herbert Burns gets him, Julian Rosa gets him in under a minute. Then he goes out there with David Onama and puts on a fucking just war with this guy. Goes out there against Ludwig Klein, takes big shots and submits him. So, but as you get older, that chin. Right. Yeah, it goes down. It's going to be a fun fight. I agree with you, though. The props is the way to play as opposed to jumping on money lines. But
even in the Ige fight, he got dropped. Kind of got saved in the bell.
And he did.
In the Evers fight, he was stumbling all over the place.
And then he found his shot, right? Yeah. Got dominated by Dooho Choi. Morgan Sharia, again, he got hurt a lot in Sharia, but he battled back. And I remember watching, I just watched it recently, and everyone was like, man, round 3's Nate the Train's round. Yeah. And then he gets fucking
he was like minus 300 live.
Yeah, and then he gets deaded by Sharia in the 3rd round. It sounds me to everyone. It's just, yeah, it is what it is. But regardless, it'll be an amazing fun fight. And I'm rooting for Cub, even though I love Nate. I'm flipping back and forth on this fight, just disregard what I say on this fight. But I'm back and forth on this, dude.
Al-Shamsi Jr. with more Dubai money.
Man.
Don't forget, man. Cub, decision, Poirier, and KO'd Olives. It's true.
He did.
Yeah, way back in the day.
He got Cub early, or he got, Poirier early.
Yeah. Nate less fights, but been KO'd more. Yeah. I mean, Nate's just always in a dogfight, always in a scrap. So,
and Cub's got one of the better fights I've ever seen, too, against, Super Cream Boys. So,
yeah. Yeah, one guy beat Dooho Choi. One guy lost to him.
Yeah.
Do
MMA math. It always works.
Yeah.
It always works.
Fight that was like 8-9 years ago.
Yeah.
It definitely works. Definitely works.
Dude went into the military service, came back, and but what a way to kick it off. And now we got these two fucking bozos.
Let's move on. We got a light heavyweight bout. Dominic Reyes takes on Johnny Walker. Johnny comes in the underdog, plus 121. Reyes minus 141. Walker coming off the win against Zhang Mingyang. Reyes coming off the knockout loss to Carlos Oldberg, the man in the main event. That snapped a 3-fight winning streak for Dominic Reyes. So he had his little run. The title fight or the title run for Dominic Reyes was in full force, and it gets put to a stop. And Johnny Walker kind of, took some time off since he got KO'd against Oezdemir, and then was a huge dog against Zhang Mingyang, kind of a setup spot. And I think that was in China, Macau, China.
Absolutely was, yeah.
And he pulled the upset there. Round 2 KO. Beats the Chinaman, and now here he is as another dog against another chinny fighter in Dominic Reyes. I mean, whose chin is going to give out first, man? I mean, I think Johnny Walker, if you're going to play a side, I think you got to play Johnny Walker plus 20.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
plus money. Okay.
The plus money, but like also, I think stylistically, like, Reyes definitely has the more conventional technical striking.
Yeah.
But I just wouldn't trust him to be able to land on Johnny first. Because I feel like Johnny just like sprints at him, runs, like does like some crazy spinning back fist stuff shit, and he catches. I don't know. I mean, this is just a fucking weird fight, dude. Like, I'd probably want nothing to do with it. What do you think, BP?
Yeah, I'm going Reyes. I'm going Reyes by KO. I trust Johnny Walker's chin less than I trust. They both are chinny, but I think Dominic Reyes with that southpaw left hand, straight left hand is money when he lands it. And I just think there's no one that gets knocked out better than Johnny Walker. I just watched Django Unchained not too long ago, and the guy was like, I like the way you beg, boy. And then Django shoots him, was like, I like the way you die, boy. I like the way Johnny Walker gets knocked out, boy. Like, he flops, he gets knocked out like 40 times. You know what I mean? It's the best thing in the world. No one gets knocked out like Johnny Walker. And if Johnny Walker, just similar to Aaron Pico, if he had a chin, he'd fucking be really good because he's so big for this division. I think he should be a heavyweight. He is powerful. You know, he doesn't have the best ground game in the world, but it's getting better. And you know, he's just a fun fighter, but just no chin there. I remember he debuted against Khalil Roundtree, right? Khalil Roundtree landed like big shots in the clinch, and Johnny Walker smiled at him, elbowed, and fucking killed Khalil. Like, that was so fucking badass. And then, you know, finds out this dude's got no chin. I mean, he did get knocked out pre-UFC. But anyway, I just think Dominic Reyes is going to land a shot and put Walker out. I think Walker, you know, he's getting knocked around against in his last fight against Zhang Miang, however you want to say it. And then he started finding leg kicks. Miang, I don't think trained for the fight. Miang's like, what? Oh, I'm fighting in China. I got to travel. Cool. Who am I fighting? Oh, Johnny Walker? Yeah, cool. Didn't train, was hitting the fucking buffet, didn't care, went out there, was completely gassed, got his legs chopped off, and Johnny won, you know. But I think Reyes just had a baby as well, fresh baby, got that dad strength on him. I'm going Reyes by KO, but I think this is going to be, hopefully it's a really fun fight. This also can get very sad pretty quick if they go 3 rounds and they both are gassed in the 3rd round and we see some real bad grappling. No one wants to see that. Hopefully this ends early. Hopefully one of these guys goes to sleep. I like Dominic Reyes, though.
We got a $7.99 super chat. Mitchell Brady 2260. Jakub Viklash, the GOAT, the one to watch. I got Johnny round 2 KO. Could see it.
He donoed to shout out Jakub Viklash. I love the commitment, bro.
Come on, BP. We need the real. We need the real pronunciation.
Jakub Viklash. What did I say? Jakub
Viklash.
It's Jacob. Clearly. Viklash.
Viklash.
Polish people have said American people cannot pronounce their names. So I'm going to pronounce it the way I do. The Midwest fucking marble mouth tongue I got. Jacob Wicklags. No, I'm just kidding. No, but thanks to the dono and way to shout out your boy there. That's good commitment right there.
Jakub Viklash. Another 10 from our boy Al-Shamsi Jr. The Battle of the Chins. I mean, this is truly, I mean, I think the matchmakers probably were fucking laughing their ass off when they came up with this fight. They're like, you know what we should do? Let's put the 2 chinniest dudes in the division against each other, and let's put it on the main card of a numbered event, because we got to see a KO here. We got to.
Let me ask you a question here, Hayden. I just got a text from Santino DeFranco.
Yeah.
He did not email me back. He thought the email was self-explanatory. He said, can I still hop on? Can you send me the StreamYard link? What do you think?
We got to ask the chat.
Chat, do you want Santino DeFranco, head coach of Fight Ready, wrote a book, sent me a book. He was supposed to come on tonight. I sent him an email of a rundown of what was going to happen. He never got back to me. I didn't think he wanted to be on the show. He was on Dane Levy's show last night. Half the Battle was great. He texted me. I mean, I'm more than happy to do it. You know, he seems like a good dude. People are saying yes. We got two yeses.
Let's do it.
One more yes. One more yes, we'll do it.
Bring him on. Cool.
All right. I actually deleted. Hold on. I'll email him the link.
Yeah, you could do that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Coolio. All right, we got a lot of yeses.
A lot of yeses.
It's coming
We've
on.
been wanting to do that. He was going to come on last week, and then it worked out, and our stuff hasn't been better. He's going to break down the co-main event, main event with us, so we still got a little time to go. We only got one more fight, so then he'll sit on for the Blades and Blaze behind the scenes, Blaze and Hokit, and then we'll bring him on. We'll talk books and everything like that.
Cool.
Let me email him. Boom.
What up, Seabass? How we doing, brother? Should we hop into this one? Well,
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
All right. We got a heavyweight bout here. My man, Josh Hokit, comes in as the dog, plus 115, taking on Curtis Razor Blades. Sits at minus 135. Big step up in competition for the incredible Hoke. 2-0 in the UFC, wins over Denzel Freeman, and a win over Maxi Menace. Yeah, who the fuck is that? Who is that? Maxi Menace. I mean, good Lord. This is a massive step up in competition. I know. I mean, Curtis went up against Rizvan Kuniev, his last fight, who didn't even have a UFC fight, and I think he lost that one. So the question is Josh Hokit on the level of the big Riz? I think he is. I think he is, dude. I have been the Josh Hokit truther. If you've been watching these streams this year, I've been big on Josh Hokit the whole year. And I said at the beginning of the year he was going to be the man that finished with the most wins in the UFC and the most knockouts in the UFC in 2026.
You did call it.
I did not think that they were going to be matching him up with Curtis Blades this fast. I thought he was going to be facing the Maximenaces of the world. Maybe, get a Marcin Tybura, maybe like a Mick Parkin or some shit. And I thought he could rack up some wins and some finishes there. But it's a big, tough fight here. I mean, my worry really is just the size difference. Because Blades is 6'4", 80-inch reach. Hokit, 73.5-inch reach. And he's a guy that wrestled, I believe he was at like 185.
He's not a big dude.
No, but he does have the football strength, which I like.
Correct. I like him at heavyweight because Cain Velasquez wasn't the biggest guy either at heavyweight, right? I mean, he's a little bigger than Josh, but the athleticism and the cardio really played a factor. So, but him next to Oldberg when they had a little altercation in the back, I know Oldberg's a very tall guy. I was like, man, Josh Hokit is not that big.
Yeah, he's really not. That's my worry, but I think he can just be faster than Curtis Blades. I think I'd rather take the plus money because I've never been a Curtis Blades guy, and I think Curtis has never really been that great. He's just kind of been the guy that has wrestling in the welterweight or the heavyweight division. The heavyweight division that can exploit these guys that don't have wrestling. But now he's going up against another wrestler. And Curtis Blades, I was shocked to see when I was going through the stats. You know how many knockdowns Curtis Blades has in his 19-fight UFC career?
That he has given or he has been knocked down?
That he has given.
6.
2.
Wow.
2 knockdowns in 19 UFC fights.
I mean, I knew it wasn't a lot, but for being that big of a man, I'm surprised.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? It's not like he's some crazy power puncher on the feet. And, one of them was against Chris Dawkins, who has no chin. Yeah. So, I mean,
I was there for that one.
We were both there. UFC Columbus.
We were there. Yeah. That's where, because, I'm a bigger dude. And when I meet these fighters in person, I'm always surprised how small they are, right? Meeting Curtis Blades, I'm like, oh yeah, this dude. This is fucking massive. I mean, big legs, big body, 6'4", big ass fucking head. He's a big fucking dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree here. I think Blades is a favorite just off experience, which could definitely win him the fight. We don't know if Hokit's going to be good to go 15 minutes if he can't get him out of there early, but I think it's dog or pass can be Hokit. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I want to shit on Josh Hokit because that fucking thing he did today was so cringy, the bit, right? And then he shifted into a Latino character, and it's like, you're separating yourself, that's cool, but the minute he loses, where does that bit go? And it's not original. Chael did it. Colby kind of does it, but he separated himself, so I get it. But you watch him do the football interviews, which someone dug up. Like, he's a cool guy already. But, do you, my guy, get your money. And obviously it's working because heavyweight's wide open and they shot him up right to Curtis Blades. I like Blades in the spot. I just think Blades, again, experience pace here. Hokit, though, worries me with his pace because it looked really good, his last pace. It looked really good. It looked like he had no business slowing down. And, he'll take you down for you to get up to take you down again. Curtis Blades, had a little trouble with his anti-grappling against a guy like Jailton Almeida. Obviously, he chinned Jailton Almeida, but there was a period there where Jailton was on his legs and Curtis was like, ooh, Curtis got great wrestling, but how good is his defense wrestling? How good, his offense is good. but he's a big boy here, right? And I think Hokit, he's going to come out. He's still very inexperienced. He's only 8-0. He is an athlete. He's going to have some really good moments against Curtis Blades here. I wouldn't be surprised that this is a very close decision or Hokit blows him out of the water, I'm covering all my bases here, or Curtis Blades shows him a vet lesson. I do think there's levels. I think Curtis Blades is going to show him a little bit of a level here. I'm saying that based on because I do not love Josh Hokit, but I know I know one or two things. You're going to be in Miami, so I'm not going to bother you. But if Hokit loses and he gets knocked out, you will be getting several texts from me, which I usually don't text you on fight night. I leave you alone. If Blades wins, if Hokit wins and finishes him, I know your Instagram will be a party. So either way, I'm excited. But I'm taking Curtis Blades, not super confident about it. My heavyweight record is terrible, but give me Curtis Blades.
Be prepared to get hoaxed. That's all I got to say. All right. Well,
bring him on.
Bring on the man of the hour, Mr. Santino DeFranco. How we doing tonight, brother?
Good. What's up, gentlemen?
Santino DeFranco, thank you for coming on, brother. Here's his book right here. Fight Ready, an MMA coach's guide to losing weight, getting strong, and kicking ass, which is weird because I have that tattooed on my back. So, I'm not gonna hit you a copyright infringement, Santino. Thank you for hopping on, brother. This is exciting to do this. I saw you on half the battle last night with Dan Levy. You did a great job. Dan's a good dude. Happy to have you on the BigJive Show, bub. What do you think about this card?
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
As a coach, how are you looking at this card? Like, how you like? Is it exciting for you?
Hold on. Even before we get to that, I just was here. You guys were talking about Blades and Hokit. Tell me that Curtis Blades isn't the Derek Brunson of the heavyweight division. Tell me those two people aren't the same fighter.
They're the same fighter.
Yeah,
you're 100% right.
Except for the fact that Blades doesn't gas out as bad as Brunson does, but
Brunson towards the end was having some tough times.
They're both black.
Chris Curtis, my guy, Curtis.
I didn't notice that.
My guy, Chris Curtis, gets stopped by people in the streets and go, Curtis Blades, nice to meet you. And Chris is like, I'm 5'9". What do you mean? I'm not Curtis Blades.
Just a black guy with a beard.
Yeah, right. They're like, it's all the same. All right, so we got the co-main event here. Before we get to the co-main event, I want to talk about your book quickly. You were nice enough to send me an advance copy. I really appreciate it. What made you write this book? Is this something that's been in the work for a while? You obviously been a high-level coach. You have coached guys like Henry Cejudo, the Korean Zombie. You're in a hotbed of MMA out there in Arizona. But what inspired you to write this book?
Well, I've been working on it for a long time, and it wasn't really like in this form. It was kind of like making notes of like diet and the weight cut and what people are doing. And then little by little, I realized that the strength and conditioning coaches in our field are just bad. They were just bad. I mean, it's just like anybody's a strength and conditioning coach. Anybody's a nutritionist. And I just found my fighters getting really bad nutritional information from people who are not registered dietitians, but like, oh, I'll meal prep for you and I'll do this. And then same with strength and conditioning. The guys are like having everything's an Instagram battle at this point. Oh, we're doing battle ropes. We have to jump. The next person over here is doing, 500 cartwheels in the park. That must make us good. And so I just little by little, I started piecing some stuff together, but more than anything is just whittling out the dumb shit, just whittling out, all of the charlatans. And the book is really not for MMA people at all. It's for regular people. It's written for regular people. Now,
right.
If you're a weekend warrior, if you're just trying to, get in better shape for a wedding or whatever, lose some weight, great. But it's also a full-on sports performance book as well. So anybody that wants to be better at sports, anybody that wants to be an athlete, or maybe you're a parent of an athlete or something as well, is really who it's targeted for. But I actually dedicated the book to Camuela Kirk and Tracy Cortez because those two were I'm very close with both of them. And I've literally have cornered and trained both of them from amateurs all the way up till their last fights. And I've spent a lot of time with both of them, strength and conditioning and on the nutrition side. And even I've wanted to get out of MMA for years. I recently retired from coaching. But two of the things that I was like, man, I cannot do this until Tracy and Camuela make it to the UFC. So they were keeping me in. I have a soft spot in my heart for them. And they're the reasons, the catalyst to the reasons, not full reasons, but they're the reasons why I had to learn everything that I had to learn, and we had to kind of sift through all of the bullshit. And in addition to my own anecdotal knowledge and what I've come up with training and fighting and everything, I also interviewed a lot of really high level people as well. Roman Foreman from the UFC Performance Institute, Brett Contreras from, he's the glute guy. He is, the PhD, got Dr. Mike Israetel. So it's not just me talking. I interviewed a lot of really smart people because I'm not very smart. Sometimes I sound like I am, but I'm not.
Yeah, sure.
Those people are really smart. And so I want to sift through the bullshit and give other people a way that they can kind of sift through. I mean, look at Instagram right now. Eggs are good. Eggs are bad. Eggs,
Sure.
Cause death. Nope. Eggs will, give you wings. You know what I mean? Just don't know what's out there, and educating people on how to sift through a lot of that and decide what is best for them really was my main goal. And then, adding a little bit of my 2 cents in as well.
Love it. Love it. So the chat is asking, when is the book officially going to be released? Do you have a date for that?
Yep. It is March 19th. So day before my birthday. It's available right now for pre-sale, for pre-order.
March 19th next year?
No, this year. Nope. Coming up 6 weeks from now.
Oh, so
May 19th. Did I say March 19th?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
no, you're confused.
Oh my gosh. Dude, I have
May
CTE.
19th, yeah.
I have
Okay.
CTE May 19th. May 19th.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. No, it did not happen last year. May 19th, like 5-6 weeks from now, it is coming out.
Well, that's great for you to hop on, and thank you again for sending me something I definitely need to read because I get fat shamed in the chat every weekend, so I need to read Fight Ready.
Don't take it. Don't take it. Just give it straight back to them.
I love it, dude. I'm 39, married with 2 beautiful children. They think that I don't know I'm fat, and that's gonna hurt my feelings. It's hilarious.
You're like, I'm good, man.
Yeah, I need to lose weight. I get it. Fat shaming, I think, works. We'll get on top of it. But the last question I have for you, and we'll get to these fights, 'cause I know people are looking for the picks. Tough Enough 9. You were a cast member on Tough Enough 9. That was America versus UK. Dan Henderson versus Michael Bisping. I know I might appear to be young. I'm 39 years old. I've been a fan since I was 15. So I watched every Tough Enough. Was Junie Browning's brother as annoying as he looked when he was on camera? Because he came in and fought Jason Dent. It might have been a long time ago for you. I remember watching that going, I would kill this kid if I was in this house.
The frustrating part about it is we all knew Junie. So everybody knew it was a shtick, and he was trying to be this guy, and we got it. We're like, man, stop. Junie, nobody knew what was going on. Like, the dude was just a crazy asshole. But the brother came on, and we're like, dude, we all know what you're doing. Stop. Like, it's not, we know it's fake. We know you're not really this way. In a couple of, because he was in there with us for, gosh, I don't know, a couple of days. I forget how long. And I forget why. Like, him and somebody else had to fight. Maybe their opponents pulled out, and I don't remember the reason, because there's no reason. They were both still fighting to get into the house, but they were actually in the house with us.
I remember it was Jason Dent. You had to fight to get in the house. Jason Dent's guy, he was supposed to fight to get in the house, got hurt or missed weight or whatever it was. So like, hey, we're bringing in a guy. We're bringing in Junior Browning, Rob Browning's little brother.
Right. Yes.
So he fought Jason Dent. Dent destroyed him, and then you had your team. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
Yeah.
But he actually wasn't. I mean, he was an asshole and he was crazy. But after a couple, I don't know, maybe the next morning or maybe when he wasn't drunk or whatever, like we'd see him talking. I don't know if I just kind of avoided him, but I'd see other people kind of talking, and we'd be in the area talking, and he wasn't a bad guy. He was just trying to do a thing and do a shtick. But fuck, man, I forgot about that. Why are you bringing up old shit? I
watched every season of Ultimate Fighter until about Ultimate Fighter, maybe the live season was iconic. I tailed off. That's just because there was more UFC events and I didn't need my fix, during the week. But I just vividly remember that episode. I really rooted for Team America. You guys were going against guys. I know you eventually lost to Andre Winter and went on to the finale, and then Ross Pearson's a stud and whatnot. But yeah, that's fun stuff. All right, let's get to the co-main event. Hayden, do you have anything, buddy? Sorry, didn't mean to step on your toes.
No, I was just listening. I was
listening. Hayden is a young man. I don't think he remembers Tough 9. So
when was that? What year was that?
07.
Yeah.
07. Yeah.
2007.
I was 7 years old, so I was probably
you missed that one.
You were watching cartoons.
Yeah, you missed that one.
It's funny you guys asked, like, right, I interrupted you. You're like, what do I think about this card on a coaching level, just top to bottom, kind of the whole card.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's chaos. Like this whole card is old person versus old person, like bad chin versus bad chin, like
Yeah.
minus 110 plus 105 coin toss, like who falls and slips on a banana peel first. I mean, you have Kevin Holland. First of all, anytime Kevin Holland is fighting, you're like, well, who knows what the hell is going to happen here? And then you have Johnny Walker on the other side, and it's like, who knows what's going to happen here? I mean, there's so much.
We just got done breaking that fight down. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's all chaos. There's a couple of fights that I actually like on this card in terms of like betting and picks, but man, there's a lot of them where you're like, I don't know, flip a coin, shrug, and hopefully you don't lose too much.
That's right. Yeah, that's gambling for you here. But let's get to this co-main event.
Best cards for entertainment value, though.
Yeah, that's true. Usually when they're really like, if everyone's like 500, you're like, well, how am I supposed to find an edge?
Yeah.
You're finding edges here. I think this is one of the highest lines of the night. I don't know about this one. Kick it off. Hey, Jive.
He's the fourth biggest favorite on the card, third biggest favorite on the card.
The biggest is Pico, right? Minus
Pico,
230.
Gastelum, but I think he's the third biggest favorite on the card. But we got a light heavyweight bout here in the co-main event. We got Mirzakhanov coming in at minus 187. Paulo Costa sits at plus 162. Line's coming down a little bit for Mirzakhanov. He was up at minus 200 earlier today. So a little bit of love for Paulo Costa coming off the win against Roman Kopylov, another southpaw Russian striker. But Costa's moving up a weight class here, up to 205. The undefeated Mirzakhanov, back-to-back KO wins. Knocked out Rakic with a jab. So nothing to turn your head about for Mirzakhanov. Man's never lost, and he's one of the slickest strikers that I've seen in the light heavyweight division. I mean, you look at his striking at 5'10", what he's able to do at this division is quite impressive. But I do think there might be some lighter man skill here with Paulo Costa that could come into play, because I look at a lot of these light heavyweights, Menefield, Devin Clark, Tafon Chukwi. I don't think these guys really know how to fill the space. I think Paulo Costa can fill the space with some kicks, and he kind of did that against Roman Kopylov. So he's had a lot of success with the southpaw strikers. So personally, I think it's dog or pass. I think you got to play Paulo Costa here at plus 162 as long as he's motivated and he comes in here.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to cut the weight. Maybe he gets a little bit more time to focus on his training instead of just trying to cut the weight. I think it's kind of a dog or pass, but Santino, I'll let you go first. We're going to skip BP. We'll leave him.
Give Santino it.
What do you think about this? You got a little bit of familiarity too with Paulo Costa, right?
Yeah, Paulo's the man. Like he's such a nice guy. He's come up and trained with us quite a bit, and he's just a really, like, you wouldn't know it by watching his interviews and stuff, but he's a sweetheart of a human. Really, really polite guy. Just you got to love him. In terms of betting, anytime Paulo's at plus 162, I think those are good odds. Like honestly, the opponent on the other side doesn't really matter. Paulo is that good, and for us to see him at those odds, it's kind of always a little shocking, right? Paulo's, you said it, you don't know what you're getting with Paulo, and that's a hard thing to bet on, is inconsistencies. It's like Kevin Holland. Look at how great Kevin Holland actually is when he has those moments, but which Kevin Holland is going to show up. I don't know that moving up a weight class is actually going to help Paulo either, because I think at 185, he had to be dedicated. He had to be running. He had to be in the gym. He had to be watching what he eats. You add 20 pounds to that. Well, did he not have to run quite as much? Did he not have to diet quite as much? Did he not have to work out quite as much? And what does that do for him? I don't know if it'll really affect his cardio per se, because even when he gets tired, Paulo's tired every fight, but that man will push through. Like that dude, he's like, let's both go drown. We're drowning together. He's Nate Train from, of 205 now. So I don't know that that's going to affect that so much. What I think it's going to affect is his speed. Like how much speed is he going to lose going up a weight division, and not even necessarily going up a weight division, but not doing all of the cardio and all of the other stuff that he had to do to maintain it. So I worry about that. His kick game, he used to be a puncher when he came in. The eraser was knocking everybody out with hands. He's really relied on his kicks a lot lately. He's just spamming kicks, like hitting the A button nonstop. And of course he can wrestle. We saw, his grappling and movement with Yoel. We've seen him take people down. We saw him completely control Rockhold on the ground. And then, like you mentioned, his last fight was with Roman Kopylov, who I think that was an easy opponent stylistically for Paulo. First of all, Kopylov is tiny compared to Paulo. Paulo is just going to big body him no matter what happened. And the other thing is Kopylov is such a front heavy boxer that it was really kind of like, hey, let me just keep kicking you. And Kopylov doesn't stand upright. He doesn't block kicks. He doesn't check kicks well. Even when he does check by lifting that leg up, he kind of falls forward because he's so heavy on that lead leg and that boxer stance that I think it's kind of hard for him to get going. And then on the other side, you've got Mirzakhanov, and he just doesn't do anything bad. We saw him slow down when he tried to kill Dustin Jacoby, in the third round. Rumor has it his arm was broken, but he's got that really light footwork where he's very light on his feet, bouncing, and then he's a sniper. You see him in his takedown defense, and he's kind of like relaxed. Like he's like, I'm not even worried about this. And then he finds his way off the cage. Mirzakhanov, like I want to go Mirzakhanov here because he doesn't make mistakes on one side. So you have one guy on one side who's undefeated, doesn't make mistakes, and checks all of the boxes, right? Maybe cardio is a little suspect in relation to Paulo, but Paulo slows down too. He's clean. He's never off balance. He can defend a takedown. He has really good fight IQ. He has good power, and he's the guy who's been in the weight class. And then you have Paulo, who his brother's his coach. He doesn't want to show up. Some days he looks amazing. Other days you just don't know what's going on. And then if stuff doesn't work out for him, he kind of doesn't have a plan B and change it up much. So I love Paulo. On a bet side, you're like, man, I love Paulo at plus 162. And I think he's going to look really amazing as a dog who doesn't quite get it done, and I think Mirzakhanov ends up with that close decision where it's like, man, it was a good bet, but we still lost if you're picking Paulo.
Yeah. Paulo Costa's a guy that I just think if he locks in, because he was locked in against Kopylov. He was a man on the mission. Other times it looks like he's playing games. He needs a respite a little bit. He carries a lot of muscle with him, but he's got great boxing, got great power, and he's got a great chin too. I mean, the chat saying Azmat Mirzakhanov by knockout. I know Mirzakhanov's knocked a lot of guys out, but this, Paulo Costa's not Brenson Ribeiro. Paulo Costa's not Alonzo Menefield. Menefield's a little bit chinny nowadays. Mirzakhanov's a great guy who I have faded so many times. I don't think he's that good, but he's undefeated. He's got that explosive style. He jumps in and explodes on you. Come round 3, that quick twitch muscle might not be there anymore. Costa, again, does slow down, but maybe not cutting the weight to 85. Maybe he's not going to slow down as much in this fight. I think Costa needs to stay close. I think he needs to be in that pocket. He needs to be in his range. He needs to be in the boxing and touch the body of Mirzakhanov, who has been prone to slow. Mirzakhanov's closest fight, different body type, but closest fight in the UFC was against Dustin Jacoby, who's a good striker, good kickboxer. He's the only guy that Mirzakhanov did not knock out. That was the stiffest level of competition. Then you get Menefield, then you got Ribeiro, then you got Alexander Rakic. And Rakic is a good guy. He's a big body, but dude, he took that jab and just folded. Like he kind of was like, I want out, right? I want to take Costa here, but I've lost so much money against Mirzakhanov. At one point, I gotta put my foot down and say I'm gonna take the undefeated Russian, and that's right now. I'm gonna take the undefeated Russian. I think he can outwork Costa. I think he can land more strikes. I don't think he's gonna knock him out. I think he's gonna land more strikes on Costa, and I think Costa's gonna leave this fight, unfortunately, going, if I just did a little more. I think round 3 is gonna be interesting with these boys once it gets there. I don't see a finish on either side. Give me Mirzakhanov.
Wasn't Rakic your hammer?
Yeah, let's not talk about it, bro. Yeah, he was. He was a guy I went really heavy on. I thought he was way too big for Mirzakhanov. He was an undersized guy for light heavyweight. Doesn't have the best body in the world. He's 5'10", and Rakic is 6'4", stud athlete. He got put out by a jet, but we don't got to talk about that. We got to talk about that.
We'll forget about it.
We'll forget it.
I think people
short memory.
It's hard to like guys like Mirzakhanov because one, they don't speak English, and so that alone, like you just don't know the personality of somebody. But the other thing is, you look at him and he looks like your uncle when you were a kid. You're like, dude, that guy's not a fighter. And Paulo, you're like, oh my gosh, like where do I sign up? He's a Greek god.
Yeah, and, my buddy calls him Brazilian Superman. He's like, he looks like a Brazilian Superman.
He needs like a little, swab of hair.
Yeah. Let me ask you a real quick question about Paulo Costa G-Train with him. Yep. Do you know the recipe to secret juice? Do you know what's in the secret juice?
Oh yeah, but I can't say. I've been sworn.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. As long as you
sworn
know.
to secrecy.
It's secret
of course
juice.
I know
I didn't expect you to tell us.
Yeah, you don't just hang
when I
out and
see
train
him
with
drinking out
Paulo
of that
Costa
bottle and
without drinking the juice.
Yeah. It literally, he has it like taped on that bottle with the videos I've seen, or like a jug or whatever. And it looks like hot piss, but he's like secret juice and he has merch. I love it. I love that he has that.
He is such a troll in real life. It's awesome.
I can't.
What a funny troll.
One of the funniest videos I've seen of Paulo Costa was when Colby Covington apparently was dating Paulo Viana, and she commented, "No, I'm not dating him. He likes fingers in his ass." And Paulo commented, "How many?" Like, that dude. I mean, that dude's great. I mean, you gotta love it. The broken English that he does on Twitter, it's great. It's phenomenal.
What a guy.
Yeah.
We missed a couple super chats. Mitchell Brady missed my super chat because this guy was yapping.
Is that me? Mitchell Brady? No, he had one a while ago. He's 3 super chats now.
I got Josh here. Talk about a Hokit. I think he's younger and faster.
Jakob Wiklash. Go.
Say it, DP. Jakob Wiklash.
Jakob Wiklash. Go.
All right, let's go to the main event of the evening. Like the stream for us. Subscribe to the channels. We appreciate you all for being with us. Appreciate Santino for taking some time as well to hop on the show. We got a light heavyweight title on the line. Yuri Prochazka comes in as a -110 pick'em against Carlos Oldberg. So sits at -110 as well. 9-1 in the UFC for Carlos Oldberg. 9-fight winning streak. He's the older man, which is kind of weird to look at considering the discrepancies in the professional records as far as amount of fights. 14 for Oldberg and 38 for Yuri Prochazka. 37 of them have ended inside the distance. This man has only lost to one man in the last 10 years, and his name is Alex Pereira Poetan. He's coming in here looking to get it done against the man and snap his win streak, get his belt back. What do we think here, Santino? Are we going with the Yuri train, or are we going with Oldberg to spoil the show? Because I'm sure everyone's going to love Yuri Prochazka this week.
Yeah.
We're going down under, man.
Ooh.
I love Yuri. Who doesn't? Who doesn't love Yuri? We love watching him fight. He's utter chaos. He's so unpredictable. I mean, his zigzag, jumping gazelle movements are just amazing. His craziness. He's in the woods for 40 days and 40 nights with nothing but beetles keeping him company. You know what I mean? Like, the dude is just the guy that you want to see do well. He's actually trained with us. He spent a month or 2 with us over at Fight Ready as well.
I thought that I was going to ask you that. Yeah, I knew he spent some time over here. Yeah.
And he was awesome, super respectful. For Yuri to win this fight, he not only has to cause the chaos, but I think he has to grapple. I'm not sure that Yuri's wrestling is amazing. Well, his wrestling is not amazing. His jiu-jitsu is not amazing. He somehow just latches onto people and creates these, even in grappling, there's these weird chaotic moments. Think of the Glover Teixeira fight. I mean, Glover is Glover, and one of the best grapplers, light heavyweight division has ever seen. And he's death gassing because Yuri just won't stop, flailing around. And then again, the same thing I said about Mirzakhanov, I'm going to say about Carlos Oldberg is, what does he do wrong? I mean, he's so precise. He's never off balance. You watch that man throw punches and he doesn't overextend. And one thing I love about Oldberg is he doesn't throw in return. He throws and he's either rolling or he throws and he's pivoting off. He will throw these big combinations, and then he doesn't just keep punching until he gets hit. He's throwing, resets, throwing, head offline, touch, go. And then he just has that, kickboxing background and pedigree. His jab is beautiful and his calf kick is beautiful. He does the right stuff on the cage. He'll, defend, get wrist control, angle off. He knows he shouldn't be there. And yeah, we saw him, death gas against, who was it? Enja Kennedy in Chukwu.
Yeah, that was like his only loss and a learning lesson. Yeah, early.
And we've seen that. How many times have we seen somebody almost get somebody out of there and hurt them and just go balls to the wall and then gas themselves out? I mean, that's a learning experience on that one. He was piecing them up.
Only had 4 fights too at that point.
Yeah, he was a baby in MMA at the time.
I like Oldberg here, and I know it's not the fun pick because nobody knows who the hell Ulberg is, not the casual fans. Like, this is just some random guy fighting Yuri who they've seen fight. They know who Yuri is, and he's crazy, and he's the guy they want to win. It's just like Paulo. Like, they know Paulo. They want Paulo to win. But, man, I like Yuri as a sharpshooter. Or not Yuri, I'm sorry, Ulberg as a sharpshooter here.
Nice. Hey, Jive, you want to take it, babe? You want me to go?
Yeah, I'm going to go last.
Okay, let's go for that.
Say.
Let's go for that. Because Yuri Prochazka, this dude's a wild dude. He's my favorite fighter to watch right now. And this is a completely biased pick. I mean, I think Oldberg, it's even for a reason. Oldberg is technically sound. He's well trained. He's a sponge. He only has gotten better. He's been pushed for 3 rounds in a couple fights. He's not just flatlining everybody. And his straight punches and his combinations or in his movement as well. Distance management is fantastic. Yuri's been chinned before. Yuri's been put down before. Yuri does get hit. He keeps his hand very low, but he creates chaos. He jumps in. He's going to find a way to chip away at that distance that Carlos Oldberg plays really well. Footwork very good. Oldberg could expose Yuri with some leg kicks because he gets his legs kicked up. But Yuri, man, this dude is an interesting cat. Hey, Jai, by the way, shout out to your Instagram video. Very, very funny with you being Oldberg in the woods. I love that. That was a good laugh for me. What did I say? Oldberg in the works. Yuri in the works. I keep mixing my words up. Yuri's an absolute madman for a reason. He's got a kid doing a week. He said, I'm only taking this fight. If it's for the title, it's for the title. He looks to be in phenomenal shape. This guy trains and runs so he doesn't breathe. He's a different kind of animal. I also hear he's super disciplined, but then he lets loose. He'll drink a whole bottle of vodka with one sip. He'll take the bottle and he'll down it. He'll skull it. The dude is an animal on all sides of it. This should be a really competitive, fun fight, and they need that in the light heavyweight division. I tried desperately for this podcast to get a Yuri Prochazka headband. I couldn't find it. Couldn't buy one. Couldn't find it. But I like Yuri. I like him a lot in this spot. I think Oldberg is going to fight for the title. He might even hold the title one day. And again, he could possibly win Saturday night. But I think it's Yuri's time. I think Yuri, let's go for that. I think Yuri wins.
So I got to break the tie here.
Break the tie, bro.
You're the tiebreaker. Actually, I might have to flip sides. Hearing him drink a bottle of vodka in a sitting or one down,
I'm like, heard.
Dude, you win.
He doesn't drink. He doesn't drink. He doesn't drink a lot. And I heard when you go party with him, it's nonstop. He's as intense partying as he is.
Crazy, dude.
As he
Yuri
is.
Prochazka, at the club, just
fucking bottle up, boom. Done.
Well, yeah, you don't know. Is he sparring right now or is he dancing? He's just bouncing around.
Yeah, right. You don't know.
What's going on? Are you hitting me or are we cool? You want a drink or?
No way he drinks the bottle of vodka normal either. It's so weird.
No. He does it. Yeah. This
we got a $14.99 for Mitchell Brady giving us a I get that everyone likes Yuri, but I think Oldberg is levels above. I was expecting him to be a big favorite. I'm going to need some proper pronunciation of Jakub Viklash. Put some respect on the GOAT. Let's hear it, BP.
Brother, I can barely say my own name. Jakub Viklash. That's the best I can do for you. What is it?
Viklash.
Viklash. That's the best I can do for you, dude. That's the best I got. Thank you for the dono.
Well, Mitchell Brady broke the tie, and I think I'll say this. I don't want to pick a side because I think it's
parents,
just,
right?
Yeah.
You're do I choose mom or dad over here?
It's I love my Yuri Prochazka more, but I know Carlos Oldberg might be able to take care of me a little bit better. I think Carlos Oldberg is going to be looking good early in this fight, man. Yuri has had to overcome adversity so much that I just don't know. We don't know if he's going to be able to take his shots early because Oldberg's going to be tough to find early on in round 1 and round 2, and Prochazka is never going to take a back step, so he's going to be there to get hit. And Oldberg's got such a good lead hand. Good jab, good left hook. He could step off, do a check left hook. That's how Pereira got him at the end of the first round in their second fight, which I could see that punch landing. I just don't know if it's going to put him out. So then it's if Oldberg doesn't kill him in the first 2, then I don't feel good about Oldberg. I think Yuri's probably going to start to put the pace on. So what I would say is take Oldberg round 1 or 2 KO and then you bet Yuri live if he's starting to turn the tides, or if your Roundtree was minus 500 or something after round 2,
right?
But you could start to see he's starting to get to him, right? But he's down 2 rounds. It's a 5-round fight. I don't think it's going the distance. Maybe you go Yuri round 3, 4, 5 KO, 2, 3, 4 KO, something like that. I think it's a pick 'em for a reason, dude. I wouldn't want to. If I was the books, I'd be I want to take the juice on both sides and just let the chips fall as they may. But if you can get plus money on Oldberg, sure. I picked Oldberg because I think he's going to have more success early. And usually in that case, I got to go with the guy that's going to have the early KO upside. So I'll break the tie with Oldberg. But like I said, it's just because I think he's going to take care of me a little bit better. You know,
Sure.
if I want to go with my heart, I'll go with Yuri.
I mean, this is an A+ main event either way. I mean, there's no way this is going to be a boring fight. I don't think either of these guys are incapable of it. With Carlos being technical and powerful and Yuri being a crazy son of a bitch, it's going to be amazing. And again, we're getting a new light heavyweight champion, which is awesome. Incredible stuff. Incredible main event. All right, before we let you out of here, Santino, do you have any other plays on this card that you're like, I gotta do it? I'm not sure how big of a gambler you are, but you're like, I gotta play this one.
I actually hold on, I'm pulling it up right now because
Sure,
there's
yeah.
two. One of them was actually Hokit. I like Hokit a lot.
Wow, that Hayden's a big Hokit guy. Okay.
Yeah, I like Hokit for a couple of reasons. One, I think he has good cardio. He trains with John Jones and big guys. He's a D1 All-American wrestler. All right, 2 times. And then he was also a D1 D1 football player too. He was a starting running fullback for Fresno State as well. But the thing is, he's got hands and he's got power, and we've seen it. I think the Blades Kuniev fight, I think that should have gone to Kuniev, and I think if Hokit just doesn't death gas, I think he's a better version of Kuniev. But the other one, the one I really like, is actually Markel Maderos over Chris Padilla. Because
we were split on that. I believe.
So first of all, just a little methodology over here. I never look at the odds before I watch tape because I never want to be swayed with what the odds are and how I should think a certain way. So I watch tape and then I kind of go like, okay, I really like fighter A, or I really like fighter B, or maybe I kind of give the edge to fighter A, or like fighter A is absolute murdering him, you know, and it's kind of like where I lay on the spectrum. And then I'll kind of look at the odds and go, like, if I really like a fighter to win and then they're dog odds, like what? Like it doesn't make sense to me. And then most of the time, 90% of the time, I really like a fighter to win and they're minus 400. And I'm like, oh, of course, that makes sense. But the thing about Markel is, first of all, he was at Factory X. So he's got that good touch, kind of point striking, switch stance style of the Factory X striking. He's now been over at the MMA lab for a while, and they have a lot of tough guys there. And he's going to have the cardio. He's going to have the cage wrestling with those guys day in and day out. And then Padilla, look, we love Padilla. He's 4-0 in the UFC. Everyone has probably picked against Padilla all 4 times in the UFC. But against Rangju is just hitting a heavy bag until Padilla stepped in with that elbow. Jai Herbert and him, like, dude, they just stared at each other. And at the end of 3 rounds, it's like flip a coin. You beat James Yontop, which is like, I mean, that's not impressive. The Bonfim win is good. The Bonfim win is really
that's
good.
His best win for sure.
Yeah, but then you have a guy like Markel who does volume. And so Padilla is going to sit back, like skirt the fence like he always does with his high guard, while Markel pitter-pats jabs from both stances and low kicks and just does volume. And then Padilla is looking for that big step-in elbow. But Markel's not off balance like that. He's not lunging in like Rangju is. He's significantly better than Rangju, I think, in that striking battle. So I think last I saw he was like plus 155 or 160, something like that.
Yeah.
I like Markel. I think he's a great dog to look at. And I like him by decision.
Yeah.
Love that. You just swayed me. I was on Padilla. I marked it on my paper that I'm taking Markel Maderos, and you're going to take full credit. And if he loses, you're going to take full responsibility.
No, if he loses, I mean, I have no idea what you're talking about. I came here to talk about the main and the co-main event.
Correct.
You're putting me on the spot.
You're right, 100%.
Yeah.
Anyway,
if you
Santino,
win, I look like a genius.
You do, but you're an amazing. Thank you for coming on. His book is right here. Fight Ready will be out May 19th. Go pre-order now. Unbelievable stuff, buddy. Thank you. Hopefully we'll have you back on, man. You're the best. I really appreciate you coming on, man.
Thanks for having me on. It's been a blast. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Take it easy, brother. All right.
What a good guy that guy is. Santino
We got some parlays for you, boys, and some shots. But before we do that, we got to rip some cards.
We're doing cards before the breakdowns? Okay.
Yeah. We got Empty the Clip segment coming up. Most confident play, 3-punch parlay, and the Sicko parlays coming along. But we got 2 cards to rip. Last week, we got the Ohio boys, Stipe and Cody Garbrandt.
You know,
and this week, let's see what we get.
See who we get.
man, if we ripped anyone on this card, that means we have to bet on them. So
Deal.
If we rip a Esteban Ribovics, you got to
fuck.
Ribovics, bro.
That's fair. That's fair.
Give me
That's
something
fair.
good. Give me something good. Rose Namajunas. Oh, yes. Thank God we got Rose Namajunas. Thug Rose. I'm the best. I'm the best. Not great.
I like Rose, and then I feel like her personality kind of made me not like her.
Yeah. I mean, not a great pull to start us off. Let's see if we can get something a little bit better.
Here we go right here. Something better right here. I'm feeling good about this one, babe.
Open it up. Open it up. Open it up. I might just sell that Rose so we can rip another one.
Yeah, get rid of the Rose.
Islam Makhachev.
All right. One of, if not the best fighter in the world right now.
Green, purple prism, PSA 10, 2022, Panini Select, Islam Makhachev. That's a solid pull. I'm not selling that.
No. You wallet that, babe. That's a good pull. Sell the Rose. We got one more. Sell the Rose. We got one more.
Yeah, we got to sell that Rose.
Someone's really in the Rose. They'll pay over asking price for it. They find her shit.
You can sell it 90% fair market value.
Yeah,
get your money back. Let's
buy it. You want to buy it again? One more. Here we go,
bro. Use my funds. There we go. So we get $40 back on the Rose Namajunas. Let's go with maybe a Taporia. Little Taporia action.
We need that right there.
Taporia action.
We need that right there. Give me a Rich Franklin one time.
Zhang Wei
Li. Okay.
It's a shit card though.
Yeah, there's not the value is not. It was less than Rose.
It's not there at all.
All right. Well,
shit card too.
As long as it was Esteban Ribovics, I'm okay, man. I'm okay with
1 out of 3. We get the Islam Makhachev, which is a decent pull.
Great card.
That. But you guys want to rip some packs? You can use code HeyJive10, get 10% off your first pack. Just go to collectibles.com. I'll put it in the chat right now. You can rip some packs yourself. You're going to buy the pack just like we did, $60. You can rip it live online. You're going to get the card in the digital wallet, but it is a real graded UFC card. If you want it shipped to your house, you could do that, or you could sell it back just like I did if you get a shit card for 90% market value, and then you can go back to ripping and try to get some more. But those are the packs this week. Kind of glad we got an Islam Makhachev, you know?
That's a dope card, bro. I mean, listen.
Solid card.
Best active fighter in the world right now. I mean, I know there's an argument, but
I'm a big Islam fan, but as far as years down the road, that thing might be pretty solid down the road.
Yeah, your kid might go to college off that card. Come on,
maybe. All right, BP, who we emptying the clip on?
Let's go for that. Oh my guy. Here's the thing about MMA gambling. I am the biggest MMA fan in the world. Gambling sometimes clouts my fandom at times. I'm a fan of the sport, but Yuri Prochazka is current favorite fighter. I literally was looking to buy merch of him recently, and I love it. I want to give out an empty the clip. One of these days, I'm going to give an empty clip that's a dog, but I want to give an empty the clip that's not like a crazy number. We're getting a pick 'em price right now. He might even close as an underdog. We'll see how the market moves. But man, I love Yuri Prochazka. I know it's a dangerous fight. I know it's not a crazy empty clip. I'm not going to give out 300s right now. -110 on Yuri Prochazka. I just think this dude has another gear, another level of toughness over Carlos Oldberg. I cannot fucking wait for this main event, dude. Let's go for that. What? What?
I mean, you gave out Verna last week.
Huh? I gave out Verna last week. She was actually very low, right? Because everything in my body wanted me to give out Tommy gun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, he was like -1,500, whatever the fuck it was. So, give me Yuri. I banked it last week on Verna, who was a similar number. I like this.
All right, BP emptying the clip on Yuri Prochazka.
Who you got, bro?
Well, we're on a 2-week winning streak. So
Yeah.
we gotta get another one through. Go on a little 3-week winning streak.
I hope it's who you think it is, or who I think it is.
No,
But you wouldn't put it into the clip.
I didn't really want to go aside.
Okay.
So I went with this fight to not go to this.
Yeah.
Swanson, Nate Landwehr, somebody's gotta die. All right.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Two dangerous old men in a cage. Somebody's gotta die. All right. Unless Nate Landwehr pulls some bullshit like he did in the Onama fight, where he just carried that fight to go the distance.
Somehow has a chin and somehow doesn't get put out. Yeah.
But it's minus 135. So I mean,
I love that. I was so back and forth on that fight, but I love that pick. I'm playing it for sure.
Yeah. It's not like we're paying minus 250 or something. Minus 135. I think it's a solid play. We'll empty the clip on that one this week and hopefully go 3 weeks in a row.
Yes, sir.
3-punch parlay this week. You know, we've been not hitting these 3-punch parlays, and a few of the weeks it was because we had somebody else giving us our third leg.
Correct.
So this week we got to get one through the hoop.
We need it.
And so we're not letting anyone else give out.
Couple big brains here. The two co-hosts of the show.
Yeah. Leg one, BP's leg. It's going with Gamrot.
Someone in the chat thought I was picking him. You're going Gastelum. I love that.
One Gastelum for 2. And the third leg is
Hey!
And the only reason I did this, so BP doesn't see these, right? I make the slides. And so BP gives me his leg. I'll make my leg. He doesn't see it. And then if it's between me and him, I usually go based on like a pick that we both agree on.
Yeah.
And, you know, I did kind of lean towards the Oldberg side, but I'm going to be there in attendance. I want Yuri to win because it would be electric, be a hell of a night. It'd be super exciting. So I thought, why not? Minus 110, throw it in the parlay, juice it up a little bit.
Chat, how does that lose, bro? Chat, you always tell us how things are going to lose. How the fuck does that lose? It doesn't. It doesn't lose, man.
Lock parlay.
I love that. I got to write that down.
I can tell you how it loses. It's probably Ribovics comes through.
Huh? What does he say?
If it loses, it's probably because Ribovics comes through.
Oh, against Gamrot. Yeah. That ain't gonna happen though. So we're good.
Not gonna happen, eh? Okay. We'll see.
Ain't gonna happen. Sicko parlay. I love my sicko parlay.
BP's 1-9 on the year, up 12.28 units. If you put 1 unit on all the sicko parlays we've given out. Leg 1 for BP. Kevin Holland.
Money line. Plus money, Kevin Holland. Keep it easy. Keep it simple.
Leg 2. Pitbull.
KO.
Drops us a bomb, a plus 525 bomb on Pitbull.
No, it takes 1 for Pico. And then, Reyes by KO, 2709. Yeah, buddy. 27-1. I love it. I mean, absolutely love that. I put that together. It took me a little longer than normal to put this together. I mean, the sicko parlay, I know it's 10-1 odds. You think I'm just throwing darts, whatever. I'm working. I want this to win. And this one took me a little longer than normal. But the leg that I always knew was going to be on there was Pitbull by KO. I love Aaron Pico, but I just do not think that chin's there, bro. Takes 1, and that's 27-1 right there, babe. I love it.
I got a sicko parlay for you guys as well.
Tell me, bro.
Pretty good about it. Feel pretty good about it. But we're gonna need some more likes first.
Is it a decision parlay before you get going? Okay, you switch it up. All right.
We're actually going 3 dogs.
Woo!
Money line. All 3 dogs money line. We got over 370 people in the live stream. We only got 86 likes.
We got to hit. Those are rookie numbers.
Let's get to 100 real quick here. We can get it very, very quick.
Let's bump those numbers up, boys. Those are rookie numbers.
Before the end of the show. Leg number 1. You're going to hate it, BP.
I already know it is.
Stay on.
That's your guy. Back your guy.
Stay on. Leg number 2.
Yeah.
My boy,
I figured he'd pop up.
the Incredible Hulk.
I figured he'd pop up.
Leg number 3. Paulo Costa. Plus 1336. That's 3 guys to get it done by any means necessary. Rarely would I ever come up with a 3-dog money line parlay.
You did it.
I like these guys, man.
You did it.
These are some dogs, bro.
I mean, honestly, I'm so in on Gamrot that I this is gonna crash and burn, and I'm sorry, but I want to stay positive for you. I'm a positive friend. I don't want to shit talk my friends. I want you to win, but you gotta get Ribovics off there, bro.
YG Davey did read me, dude. He fucking put it in the chat before
He did. YG Davey knows your betting style, brother. I like that. People can predict me too. Anytime a Jeremy Urskart, like a couple years ago, anytime he fought and he was the underdog, they're like, dude, BP, you're taking GM3. We know it. And I was. And they knew. They knew it.
Ribovics puts it on him. Hokit KOs him in round 1. Costa puts it on him. We cash it plus 1336. Let's go, boys.
Let's go, boys.
All right, make sure you get your picks in on 3-punch convo so you can win that $1,000 if you get all 12 fights correct. Link down in the description below, 3punchconvo.com. You can use code BigJive for a free month to get full access, or you can just sign up for free and get your picks in there. But that's going to do it for the show. Ladies and gentlemen, good luck this Saturday. If you're in Miami, keep a lookout for me. Come up to me if you see me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be upset about it by any means. Even if I look busy, just fucking come up to me, okay? I love it. I love it.
Dap them up, bro. Hug them up.
In person, so don't feel
Are you gonna be wearing gold chains like in your picture, bro? Because that's a good look.
Maybe. I mean, I'd probably hit like fucking DH gate and get some fake ones for me.
Yeah. I love
Real
that.
quick,
Shout out Santino DeFranco for coming on, and thank you for the book. That was a great guest. Our first guest, by the way, Santino DeFranco. We had another guest that was supposed to come on this week, and then I don't want to out his name because I think that he ruffles some feathers. He is unfortunately busy, but I'm glad Santino came on and absolutely crushed it. The guy was he said he retired from coaching, but he was a high level coach for many years, and his book is great. So
yeah, he's got
Magic MMA coming on next week, and I'll spit in his face virtually.
That last dono from our boy Al Shamsi Jr. Let's cash these bets. Let's cash them, brother.
Let's go, brother. Thank you for the donos all night. You're amazing.
The Dubai money. Shout out to him. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
For hanging out with us for over 2 hours and 20 minutes. Hopefully, if you're watching this back, hopefully we don't keep you for too long. Or maybe if you want us to be here longer, maybe we can go longer in the future. Who knows? But
I got stories for days. The chat usually marks my stories over under. I can tell you some shit. I'm old. I lived the life.
Let's go, boys. I'm feeling good about this card. It's gonna be sick. Appreciate y'all. Till next week. Next week we got Canada card, so we'll be back here next week.
I got a big play next week, boys. Teasing it. Big play.
I gotta know this. What you're gonna have to text it to me.
I
haven't even looked at the card yet, so I can't even guess it. But
I looked at it last night, or no, Monday night. Yeah.
All right, boys. Till next week. BigJive MMA Show. We out.